Olsen, another one of those key leaders on that defense for the Richfield Wildcats. Captains are meeting in midfield right now. Richfield has won the coin toss, and they will defer to the second half. And so Morgan will have the choice. They will elect to receive, and Richfield looks like they want to go left to right across your radio dial, TV, or computer screen to start off this game. So Morgan will receive. Richfield will be kicking left to right. Morgan in their home maroon jerseys, maroon helmets, jerseys, and pants, while Richfield is in their road white jerseys, but blue helmets and blue pants for today's game. Let's go to our Utah Independent Bank keys of the game, brought to you by Utah Independent Bank. Loan decisions are made right here in town. Utah Independent Bank of Salina, Monroe, and Beaver. Hometown people, hometown spirit. And Rich, your keys for the game today.
Well, for the Wildcats, they need to have a turnover-free game. And at times this year, that's really been a positive. If they can win the turnover battle with the Trojans, that'll be huge. They need to avoid giving up the big play, which their defense has been solid all year, with the exception of a couple games where they gave up the big play. They need to keep it a low-scoring game. In RHS's 6 wins, they gave up an average of 7 points. In their losses, they gave up 28. Morgan's 2 losses, they averaged 10 points. In their 7 wins, 35 points. And so they need to make sure they avoid a shootout, scoring shootout. If they can keep this low-scoring, a little bit slower-paced game, that bodes well for the Cats.
So we'll look out for those trends throughout tonight's game here between Richfield and Morgan. I say tonight, this afternoon's game, 4 o'clock kickoff again. And, of course, we'll keep you updated on other games going on throughout the 3A classification, as we'll have 2 more of those games right here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Local10.tv. And we'll let you know what's happening in 2A and 1A as well. You can always see the broadcast schedule on the radio side of things at midutahradiosports.com. Listen live links are there. And on the TV side, Local10.tv. Time now for our Chisholm Family Dentistry opening kickoff. Chisholm Family Dentistry does everything to ensure their patients receive excellent dental work. That's Chisholm Family Dentistry. Call for an appointment today at 527-3555. Christian Covarrubias on to kick it away for the Richfield Wildcats, and back to receive is Jake Runkles for the Morgan Trojans. Kick is up, and that's going to be taken at the 4-yard line by Bridger Miller, the running back, and now they come to a huddle. Brent Miller going to keep it himself, comes to the near side, got blockers in front of him, tries to split the defense, gets wrapped up at the 25-yard line, continues to power forward to the 29 is where he will go down, and they'll mark it, it looks like, at the 30-yard line. So about a 25-yard return for Bridger Miller.
Yeah, Richfield's going to need to be sound and fundamental on special teams this year. At times that's been a bit of a difficulty.
Miller, that running back with over 500 yards on the season. Once again, the quarterback, Jake Stevens, nearly 1,800 yards passing this year. Miller, the tailback, Stevens in the shotgun, tight right, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Stevens does drop back to pass, looking left side, goes to Hurd. That's going to be caught at the 35-yard line, diving forward for the first down. Going to be just shy at the 39-yard line, a pickup of 9 yards on the pass to Tyson Hurd.
And Bodie Wells on the tackle for the Wildcats is going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So 2nd and 1 from the 39-yard line here for Morgan. 2 receivers left this time. Tight right with 1 receiver to the right. Miller the tailback. Again, Stevens drops the pass. Quick go route on the far side and overthrows Jake Runkles, the intended target, for an incomplete pass, 3rd and 1.
Yeah, pretty good job that time by Caden Acord. And I have a number 70, but Wyatt Blackner, excuse me.
Yeah.
Those 2 were able to put a lot of pressure and made the quarterback unload that a little earlier than he wanted.
3 receivers to the short side of the field. They're going to hand it to Miller. Miller left side gets hit in the backfield by Jordan Anderson, wrapped up and brought down. Not going to get the first down on 3rd and 1. They're going to lose yards. And 4th down it comes for the Trojans, as they likely going to go 3 and out as they lose 4 yards on the play back to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Jed Polson also there. Just a huge 3rd and short come up really big for the Wildcat defense. They're going to force a punt.
And the punt team comes out for the Trojans, while Jordan Anderson will drop back to receive for the Richfield Wildcats. He stands at about his own 20-yard line. Snap is on the turf, picked up, though, cleanly. Good kick, high, spiraling kick. Anderson's going to let that one bounce at the 25-yard line and roll down inside the 10-yard line all the way down to the 5 is where that will be touchdown. A great punt there for the Morgan Trojans from Dylan Petty, as Richfield backed up against their own end zone.
Yeah, Morgan fortunate on that down, a friendly bounce on the the poor snap and a lot of friendly bounces on that punt.
Yeah, the snap took a perfect hop right into Petty's hands, and he was able to get a beautiful kick away that rolled all the way down to the 5-yard line. So Richfield comes out 1st and 10 from their own 5, 10:26 to go in the first quarter. Hafen in the shotgun formation. Morrison will be the running back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Morgan right now putting 7 in the box, Hafen, long cadence, takes a snap, going to fake the handoff, keep it himself, goes straight up the middle, gets wrapped up in the backfield, still powering forward, but got back to the line of scrimmage no more, so no gain for Emmett Hafen.
Morgan defense wasn't biting on the fake handoff, as they're definitely keying on Hafen.
Chase Trussell in there on the tackle for the Morgan Trojans, led the charge. So 2nd and 10 from the 5. Hafen in the shotgun, stands on the goal line. Takes a snap, drops the pass, quick out route, goes to Anderson, overthrew Jordan Anderson to make it 3rd and 10 from the 5.
And Anderson closely contested on that sideline route. Wildcats nothing to show on their first two downs, but huge 3-and-out stop for their defense to start this game.
3rd and 10, 2 receivers to each side. Once again, Morrison to the left of Hafen in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Hafen drops the pass, bobbled, able to corral it, throws to the middle of the field, and overthrows Tayson LaCourty, and that'll be incomplete. So 3rd and 10 now, or 4th and 10 now for the Wildcats, and the punt team will come on for Richfield.
Really good coverage across the middle. Three Morgan Trojans surrounding Tayson LaCourty, and Coach Sorsen mentioned he needs a big night from Tayson. Been solid all year, but last week they didn't have some big plays to him, but look for that tonight.
Good punt by Emmett Hafen, takes a Richfield bounce and stays in bounds on the far sideline and goes deep into Morgan territory to the 33-yard line is where they're going to put it. As it looked like it was going to go out of bounds early on that far side, stayed in bounds and gained about 15 more yards in favor of the Wildcats.
You know, both teams' defense showing some good strength early on, as both teams with 3-and-outs to start this first quarter.
9:50 to go in the first quarter. Morgan, for their second possession, will start on their own 33-yard line. Going to go trips to the left, and Miller is the running back to the left of Stevens in the backfield. Hurd is the middle receiver on the left side. Stevens drops the pass, looks left, goes to Hurd. That's going to be caught right near the first down marker, and he's going to have the first down as he dives to the 45-yard line for a pickup of 12 yards and Riverstone Contractors first down.
Hurd is a big target, probably the tallest Trojan on the field offensively, and he's their first look when throwing the ball.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Stevens takes a snap, hands to Miller. Miller trying to get to the edge, now cuts back to the middle, gets hit, and he's going to be dropped. Jed Polson in there. Wyatt Blackner believing there as well. No gain on the carry for Miller.
Again, the Wildcat defense showing some good strength against the run.
2nd down and just less than 10 yards as they pop the ball just over the 45-yard line, so basically 10. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right this time. Stevens in the shotgun, different running back in there, didn't catch the number. Stevens will take the snap and go to the left side here to Hurd on the hitch route. Hurd trying to get to the 50. There's a stiff arm, and he'll be forced out of bounds at the 45-yard line in Richfield territory, just shy. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 as they mark it at the 46-yard line.
Bodie Wells and Jed Polson routing him out of bounds, but close to moving the chains again, 3rd and 1.
They were 3rd and 1 on their last possession and lost 4 yards. See what they go to here. And the snap's going to go off the face mask of Stevens. Ball's on the ground. Diving for it is everybody. Richfield had it, and Richfield says they have it. Let's see what the officials call. Yes, they do. Richfield football as they take advantage of the Morgan turnover, and Richfield will start in Morgan territory.
We had a good view of that, Robert, as that ball squirted around a couple of times. And I don't have a 59 on my roster
for the
Wildcats, but that looked like 59.
Kate Jensen.
Kate Jensen, nice job falling on that, recovering that fumble.
So they're going to start at the Morgan 46 with 8:32 to go in the first quarter. Hafen in the shotgun, trips left, 1 receiver right. That's Anderson in single coverage. Running back to his left, he's going to take the snap. Quarterback keeper to the left side, hitting the backfield. Nowhere to go as he's wrapped up. Jamison Burriston with a big tackle in the backfield for the Trojans. That's going to be a loss of about 8 yards.
This Trojan defense still yet to give up any positive yardage to the Wildcat far. Going to bring up a 2nd long.
Going to be a loss of 7 to make it 2nd and 17. Now from their own 47-yard line for the Wildcats. Going to have trips to the left, one receiver to the right. Morrison to the left of Hafen in the backfield. And Morgan going to go with 7 in the box. Hafen rolls to his left, throws out to the left side to LaCourty out in front. Falls incomplete. That'll make it now 3rd and 17.
LaCourty had some space near the original line of scrimmage, but Hafen again had to unload that pass early.
So 3rd and 17 from their own 47-yard line. The field position battle has shifted in Richfield's favor here, but the loss of 7 put them back into their own territory. 2 receivers now to each side. Morrison to the right of Hafen in the backfield. Again, shotgun formation, 7 in the box for the Trojans. Morrison goes in motion left to right. Hafen the pass gets hit as he delivers across the middle. Too high over Jordan Anderson's head. And pass will fall incomplete. 4th and 17 for the Wildcats.
That time, Hafen with a little bit more time to set and pass, but downfield coverage by the Trojans has been excellent so far in this game.
So Hafen on to kick it away now for the Richfield Wildcats. Again, back to receive is Trevor Jarrett for the Trojans. Hafen takes a snap, able to get the punt away. Good high punt. Jarrett rolling back to about the 10-yard line, catches it inside the 10 at the 9, gets hit, able to break a tackle with a stiff arm, and he'll be brought down at the 15-yard line for about a 6-yard return for Jarrett. And it'll be on, looks like they're going to be 17-yard line with 7:41 to go in the first quarter.
Caden Acord, first person there to bring him down.
Back and forth we go. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. Of course, the second 3 and out by Morgan was a fumble where Stevens was looking to his left and the snap came and hit him in the helmet, and Richfield dove on the fumble.
Seen a couple of bad snaps by the Trojans, and Richfield unable to capitalize on that turnover.
Stevens in the gun. Receiver goes in motion left to right. Fake the handoff to him. Give it to Miller in the backfield. Hit, wrapped up. And I think he's going to lose a yard back to the 16 on the carry to make it 2nd and 11.
Yeah, really no positive yardage for the Trojans on the ground. Richfield defense has been stiff and strong up front.
So 2nd down for Morgan. It looks like they're going to say no gain. They had the original line of scrimmage at the 16. So no gain. That'll make it 2nd and 10. Trips to the left. One receiver to the right. Stevens takes a snap. Looks, drops the pass, throws to Hurd, and threw it out in front, nearly intercepted by Jordan Anderson, but it falls incomplete.
Jordan Anderson and Jed Polson were a lot closer to that pass than the Morgan receiver.
It looked like that one came off of Stevens' hand a little bit different.
Yeah,
I'm sure he had a good grip on that one.
Really wasn't under any pressure in the backfield.
So that'll make it 3rd and 10 now for the Trojans. Trips to the left, tight to the right. Miller to the left of Stevens in the backfield. Shotgun formation, drops the pass, looking left side, going to go to the middle seam route, and overthrows the intended target, Adam Buck, and that'll make it now 4th and 10, so the Morgan punt team will come back onto the field.
Buck had got beyond the Richfield defenders, but pass overthrown.
Just 1 first down so far in the first 5 possessions of this game. 3 for Morgan, 2 for Richfield, and the only first down was a 12-yard pass from Jake Stevens to Tyson Hurd for the Trojans.
Well, no score on the board, but Richfield has to be happy that it's a low-scoring affair to this point, a defensive struggle.
Spiraling kick. Anderson will take it up the 50 with a running start. Gets the 40-yard line in Morgan territory down to about the 38-yard line. So Jordan Anderson kind of hung back and then had a full steam ahead when he caught that football.
Yeah, Jordan has good speed. He's always capable of breaking one.
So 6:53 to go in the first quarter, and for the second straight time, Richfield will start in Morgan territory, this time at the Morgan 39-yard line.
Richfield just needing to find something that will work for positive yardage here in this first quarter.
Yeah, in 2 series, they've combined for -7 yards. Hafen in the shotgun, 2 receivers to each side. Morrison to his left in the backfield. Again, Morgan with 7 in the box. They take the handoff and try to give it to Morrison, and Morrison got hit in the backfield before they could even exchange it.
Yeah, that could have been close to a turnover possibility there with that handoff. Nobody touching the Morgan defender as he came through the middle.
A loss of 4 back to the 43-yard line. Connor Watkins there with the tackle for loss. 2 receivers again to each side for the Wildcats. Shotgun formation, Morrison to his left. They're going to send LaCourty in motion right to left. Hafen takes a snap, looks for LaCourty, goes to LaCourty on that wheel route and threw it too far out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and 14.
Two defenders staying with LaCourty. All Hafen could do is kind of throw that towards the sideline out of bounds.
So 3rd down and 14 now for the Wildcats from the Morgan 43-yard line. Going to move the football to the middle of the field as opposed to on the left hash is where it was. Hafen again in the shotgun, trips left, one receiver right. That's going to be Winters to the right. Hafen in the shotgun with Morrison to his left. Takes a snap, drops the pass looking left, goes left on the inside route, nearly intercepted, and then it's going to go off the hands of the receiver and fall incomplete to make it 4th and 14.
It was Robinson, the intended receiver, and not a lot of room to get that ball to him.
So 4th down, and Hafen is going to kick this one away, try to maintain field position here for the Wildcats. 4th and 14 from the Morgan 43. No one back to receive this time for Morgan, just a short kick. Does take a Richfield bounce inside the 5, into the end zone. Couldn't quite get there. Nearly ran it down to the Wildcats punt team, but it does roll into the end zone. So Morgan will start on their own 20 with 6:04 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, that stopped just barely after it crossed the end zone, unfortunately, for the Wildcats.
And so 1st and 10 for the Trojans.
6:04 to go here in the first quarter. Still a scoreless defensive battle.
Yeah, one 1st down. Morgan has moved the ball so far in this game. They've had more success than Richfield has at this point, but not a lot. They've gone for about 30 yards, 25, 30 yards, while Richfield has gone for -11. Each with 3 series so far. Stevens takes a snap, going to give it to Miller. Miller hitting the backfield, able to break the tackle, trying to get the edge, cuts back, hit, and he will go down. Going to be a loss of about a yard on the play.
It was Kel Morrison who able to bring him down for that tackle for a loss, and Richfield defense still making it hard for the Trojans to gain anything on the ground.
Ian Bates back there as well defensively for the Wildcats defense. 2nd and 11 now for the Trojans from their own 19-yard line. 5:37 to go in this first quarter. We have 2 receivers to each side. Hurd is wide left here in single coverage. Bodie Wells on him. And Stevens looking for Hurd. That's going to be nearly intercepted by Wells. He jumped around and knocked it down, and that'll make it 3rd and 11.
Wells played that perfectly as he waited for the perfect timing to come around Hurd just at the right time to knock that one away. No secret who they're looking for, looking to pass the ball to, as Hurd is the spotlighted individual every time when they look to pass.
Trips left, tight right, tail back to the left of Stevens in the backfield. Going to drop back to pass, looking to the inside seam route, knocked away by Jordan Anderson. Just got a hand on it. Buck was open too. Had it got through, would have been for a big gain.
Yeah, big play by Anderson. Going to force the Trojans to punt here on 4th and 11.
So another 3 and out so far on 4 possessions. Morgan will have gone 3 and out 3 times. And on the 4th one, they only ran 3 plays. On the 4th play, they fumbled it. And Richfield, though, on the other side, 3 possessions, 3 and outs.
Yeah, they could use a difficult snap, and there it was.
Another low snap, nearly blocked, but able to get it away as Petty, but he kicks that one way out of bounds into the Richfield cheerleader section. And they're going to say it went out of bounds at the 40-yard line in Morgan territory. So again, for the 3rd straight possession, Richfield will start on Morgan's side of the field. Let's see if their offense can put something together this time.
A bad snap was why that punt ended up being so short. Britton Riddle just barely missed blocking that into the end zone. This Richfield offense typically score points the first drive of the game. In many games this year. The first quarter has been one of their better quarters.
2 receivers to each side. Hafen going to take the snap on the option, pitch it out to Morrison. Morrison gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more, as he is upended by Gabe Bott, and it'll make it 2nd and 10.
It was one of the times it looked like Richfield might get some positive yardage, but Morgan did a nice job stringing that out and holding Morrison to no gain.
So again, 2 receivers to each side. Morrison to the left of Hafen in the backfield. 7 in the box again for the Trojan defense. Hafen takes a snap, fakes the handoff, quarterback keeper, and able to break one tackle in the backfield, gets hit again, and the shoestring tackle will bring him down. Might have picked up a foot or two, but going to be basically no gain to make it 3rd and 10.
And Hafen did well to break 2 tackles just to get that past the line of scrimmage. As again, he was met as soon as he received the ball from the center.
So 3rd and 10 from the Morgan 40 for the Wildcats. Again, 2 receivers each side. Hafen in the shotgun formation. Emmett takes a snap, drops the pass. Ian Bateman running back. They're going to pass out to LaCourty, and LaCourty turned to run before he caught it and drops it. Had about 5 or 6 yards possibly on the pickup had he been able to haul it in. Instead, it's 4th and 10.
Yeah, could have brought up a 4th and maybe 4 in an area where Richfield would have went for it, probably on 4th down.
But again, likely playing the field position game here as Hafen set to kick it away. Again on the Morgan 40. Hafen will take the snap. And again, that low line drive, end over end kick. It'll bounce the 10 inside the 5. And once again, just get in the end zone before Braxton Rapley could get down there to knock it down.
Yeah. Richfield defense needs to continue to finish this quarter strong. And hopefully their offense comes along here at some point in this game.
4:04 left in the first quarter, and Morgan will take over again on their own 20-yard line. Appreciate our sponsors that help bring you coverage of high school football on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, like Barney Trucking, Zions Bank, Centricom High-Speed Internet, and Local Channel 10, Robinson Transport, Mountain Land Supply, Intermountain Severe Valley Hospital, DP Curtis Trucking, and Severe Valley Oil, along with IPSC, Materion, and Mountain Utah Family Medicine. 2 receivers to each side. Miller to the left of Stevens in the backfield. Shotgun formation, takes a snap, drops the pass. There's the pump fake going on the out route now. That's going to be caught over the shoulder of the 45-yard line. Out of bounds is where the receiver is going to go out of bounds. Tyson Hurd there on the catch over the shoulder, and Stevens laid it in beautifully.
You know, biggest play to this point in the game. Nice route ran there by the receiver, over the shoulder catch, and then routed out of bounds at midfield.
And they're going to call it a 30-yard gain, march the ball right at the 50. It's Riverstone Contractors first down. Again, the pass to Hurd on the little hitch, and he's going to plow forward for a pickup of 5, maybe 6 more yards down to the Richfield 44-yard line to make it 2nd and 4.
You know, some momentum now for the Trojans. A 6-yard pickup in this game seems like a huge play to this point.
2nd and 4. Hurd again, the receiver on that last one. 2 receivers to the right, 1 left. Going to go to the quick route outside to Runkles. Runkles going to be making a move to the outside. Got tripped up from behind by Jed Polson, and Ian Bate also there. But he does pick up about 2 more yards down to the 42-yard line to make it 3rd down and 2.
That makes you wonder if the Trojans are going to totally abandon trying to establish a ground game as all of their success through the air.
Nobody's guarding Tyson Hurd here on the near side. Morgan didn't see it. Now they're just going to throw deep down the sideline. Bodie Wells gets there, and the pass is overthrown. Incomplete, and that's Morgan. He was wide open. Nobody was guarding him, and then the decision was made too late.
Hurd caught his attention, caught the quarterback's attention to go his way, and they went his way. Fortunately, Bodie Wells was able to get there just in time, or otherwise it could have easily been a catch and a touchdown had he not recovered and found him.
4th and 2 at the Richfield 42-yard line. Looks like Morgan is going to go for it here. 4-down territory, and now Coach Christiansen looks like he's going to call a timeout, and that will be the case. So we'll take the break with them on the Richfield Days In timeout. Take a timeout yourself and visit Richfield City, the gateway to the national parks, and stay at Richfield Days In by calling 896-6476. A 30-second break, no score with 3 minutes to go on the Parts House scoreboard on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10. Are you paying too much for bulk gas, diesel, oil, and lube? Are you constantly running out of fuel for your business, farm, or hobby? Well, you should be calling Severe Valley Oil Company. Severe Valley Oil is your full-service bulk fuel, oil, and lube supplier. Now operating out of St. George and Richfield, Severe Valley Oil is now covering all of southern Utah with quality petroleum products. From super tankers to farm delivery wagons, they have you covered. Make the right call today, 435-896-4406. And welcome back here to Morgan High School. Robert Lovell with you alongside Rich Barton. And it's been a relatively long first quarter, but not a lot of offense until this drive that Morgan has put together so far, highlighted by a 30-yard pass from Jake Stevens to Tyson Hurd.
We were just talking off the air. If Hurd hadn't hollered and made a lot of noise, throw me the ball, nobody maybe would have covered him on that last play.
Fake the hitch to Hurd. They're going to go deep to the left side. Bodie Wells there to knock it down. In fact, the offensive player, Cass Giles, ended up becoming the defensive player to knock it away. And on 4th down, Morgan will turn it over on downs as Richfield takes over on their own 42.
Interesting play call there on 4th and short. Feeling like they were going to maybe catch Richfield off guard. Wells had that interception. Good play by the receiver for the Trojans to knock that away.
And the intended target there again, Cass Giles for Morgan. So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, 2:55 to go in the first quarter. No score on the Parts House scoreboard. For the good stuff in auto parts, visit the Parts House in Salina. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 2 backs in the backfield. Hafen in the shotgun, takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Morrison, going to give it to LaCourte, hit in the backfield, nowhere to go, driven back, and he's going to lose about 3 yards back to the 39-yard line.
Wow. Richfield again with great field position to start a drive, but more so than not, Morgan tackling them for loss of yardage.
Connor Watkins has made some big plays in the backfield so far for the Morgan defense. That'll make it 2nd and 13 from just across the 39-yard line, just shy of the 40. 2 receivers again to each side, back to the traditional spread for the Wildcats with Morrison to his right. Hafen drops the pass, setting up the screen, now looking. Morgan able to read the screen. Now he's going to throw out to Jordan Anderson. That's caught at the original line of scrimmage. He's down the field to the 50. Dive forward as a flag comes in on the near side. Likely going to be a sideline issue for the Trojans on the sideline. And Anderson dove just shy of the 1st down. He's going to be to the 49 in Morgan territory to make it 3rd and 1 if the play stands. There is a flag on the far side of the field as well.
Yeah, and I did see that far side, not a good view for us here in the press box, but officials are going to get together and have what looks like a lengthy discussion here.
The one on this side, you would assume the ref ran into someone on the sideline, which that's a point of emphasis this year that they're working on. Yeah, but I didn't see what would have happened on that far side as the flag comes in. Morgan saying the ball is coming back, and that's going to be the case.
That's unfortunate for the Wildcats because Jordan.
Ineligible receiver downfield for Richfield, and that'll mark them all the way back to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, the first real positive offensive play for the Wildcats, unfortunately, all for naught.
And so that'll make it now 2nd down and 17 as they replay the down. And the near sideline judge must have called the same thing, must have saw the same thing, because they did not do anything with the sideline issue. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Ian Bate, the running back, now to the right of Hafen in the backfield. So trips right on the left hash. Hafen drops the pass, rolls to his right. Heavy pressure coming from behind him. Looking ahead, now he's going to look to tuck and run and breaks 1 tackle, wrapped up from behind though by Burriston. He's going to pick up about 2, maybe 3 yards to the 38-yard line, but that'll make it now 3rd down and about 15.
Hafen that time with some time to look for a receiver, but nobody was open, so he ducked his head and short gain on the play.
That's, by the way, the first positive play of the game for the Wildcats offense on their 5th possession.
And that's with 1:20 to go here in the first quarter.
2 receivers to each side. Hafen again in the shotgun formation. 3rd down at about 15. Emmett letting that clock wind down. Takes a snap, gives the handoff to Bate. Bate up the middle, had a hole, gets wrapped up and brought down as he crosses the 40 to the 41, and that'll make it 3rd down and 11. So he picked up of 4 yards on the carry, but the punt team's going to come out for the Wildcats.
Well, the only time there's been positive room up the middle to gain some yardage.
So 4th and 11, Hafen back to kick it away, and back to receive for the Trojans will be Trevor Jarrett. High spiraling punt by Hafen, taken at the 23. He did call for the fair catch, dropped it, but able to fall on top of it. So it'll be Morgan football on their own 23-yard line with 33 seconds to go in the first quarter here in the 3A quarterfinal. No score on the Parts House scoreboard. Again, the good stuff in auto parts, repair shops, dealerships, fleet, foreign, or do-it-yourselfers. Get Napa Auto Parts in the Parts House in Salina.
It was unfortunate the Wildcat defenders covering that punt didn't get a little closer to the receiver after he signaled fair catch. Bobbling that to the ground, but he was able to fall on it.
Trips to the right, 1 receiver to the left, I should say twins to the right with tight right. 1 receiver to the left. They're going to move Miller to the right of Stevens in the backfield, shotgun formation. Richfield showing blitz. Blackner does blitz, and the flags will come in as they blow it dead. Going to be a false start on Morgan to march them back 5 yards. That's the first penalty on the Trojans.
Both teams have played a pretty clean game. Not a lot of flags thrown, which is kind of refreshing after last Friday's home playoff game with Emory.
Yeah, plenty of penalties in that one that Coach Thorson said in the postgame show they need to clean up coming into this week.
Yeah.
So 1st and 15 now for the Trojans from their own 18-yard line. 2 receivers left this time, 1 receiver right. Miller in the backfield is running back. Stevens drops the pass. There's the screen route to the receiver. That's going to be Hurd. Gets across the 25-yard line and out to the 30 is where he'll be brought down by Bodie Wells. They're going to mark it at the 31, it looks like, and that'll be a pickup of about 13 yards to make it 2nd and short.
Yeah, big pass play again to Hurd.
Making a 14-yard gain. To the 32 is where they spot it. And that's going to be how the first quarter comes to an end. So on the Parts House scoreboard, no score between Richfield and Morgan in the 3A quarterfinal here in Morgan at Morgan High School. And we'll take a quick break here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
DP Curtis Trucking is a family-oriented business that works hard to get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis is hiring reliable drivers with starting wage at 40 cents per mile, going to 42 cents after 90 days. Additional pay for tarps, drops, picks, and additional trailers. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and bonuses, and more. If you'd like to join the DP Curtis family, call for details, 435-893-2886. That's 893-2886, or click dpcurtis.com.
You've seen Zions Bank's name at sporting events, performances, and fundraisers. We're just about everywhere. Your children and grandchildren see Zions dedicated employees in their classroom, teaching them how to save. We do all this because we have skin in the game. We support South Central Utah because we live and work here too. So we're as committed to this community's future as you are. When it comes to choosing to bank at Zions, rest assured you're selecting a company dedicated to bringing value to South Central Utah's businesses, individuals, and families.
ZionsBank.com, member FDIC.
And we switch sides of the field as we start the second quarter, 2nd and short for the Trojans. They give it to Miller, nowhere to go. In fact, he's going to lose 2 yards back to the 30-yard line, hitting the backfield by the Wildcat defense, and that'll make it now 3rd and, well, it looks like they're going to make it a loss of 1, so 3rd and about 2.
Well, no team this year, Juan Diego, Summit, Juab has done what Morgan defensively is doing to the Wildcats, but also this team of Morgan that puts a lot of points on the board. Nobody's done to them other than South Summit what the Richfield's defense is doing to slow their offense
Stevens,
down.
the pass gets knocked to the line of scrimmage, knocked down by the Richfield defense. And
I believe that was Jake Polson.
Yeah, Jake Polson able to knock that one away.
Perfect timing and knocked that pass away, batted it down.
So again, the Richfield defense stands up, and on 4th and 2 from their own 31, Morgan will send out the punt team. Neither offense has had much success. Morgan has 2 first downs in the game. Richfield, 0 first down. In fact, a negative yardage so far for the Wildcats offense. And we're already in the early parts of the second quarter.
Yeah, Morgan, team that puts up, 30 points a game, and Wildcats doing a great job with them so far.
Dylan Petty with a good punt here for the Trojans. Anderson will catch at the 28-yard line for the Wildcats. Makes his way right side. Tries to cut back inside. Broke a tackle. Got hit by another Trojan, though, and will go down to the 35-yard line. So a 7-yard return for Jordan Anderson. And Richfield will take over on their own 35 with 11:13 to go in the first half.
And this Richfield offense is struggling. Just a big play. And we know Hafen, LaCourty, and Anderson. There's a number of people with some big play capabilities, and Richfield looking for the right play call to get something positive to work against this Trojan defense right now.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats. 2 receivers to each side. Running back to the left of Hafen in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Morgan showing blitz. They bring it. Hafen going to step into the pocket. Has to scramble. Works his way left side. Looking to pass still. Now trying to get to the edge. 35-yard line. Goes down at the 37-yard line. He is going to pick up 2 yards on the return and make it 2nd and 8.
Well, Hafen did an excellent job of preventing a sack that time. And normally that's a play that he'll break a tackle and end up breaking a big run. We see the speed of the Trojan defense and able to prevent him only a gain of 2.
2 receivers each way. Again for Hafen on the left hash this time. No score in the second quarter of the 3A quarterfinal game. Hand to Morrison. Morrison up the middle. Gets hit after a pickup of 2 yards, driven back. But that'll make it now 3rd and 6, and by far the most manageable third down they've had so far in this game.
Yeah, a decent hole initially up the middle, but that gap closed quickly. Morrison only with a gain of about 2.
In fact, this is the first time they've had third down in less than 10 yards in the game. So 3rd and 6 for the Wildcat offense. 2 receivers to each side. Hafen in the shotgun formation. Going to have Ian Bate go left to right from the running back position. So trips to the right. Hafen, heavy pressure from behind, doesn't see it coming, tries to scramble, breaks a tackle, rolls to the left side, looks down the field, throws deep, looking for Dakota Curtis. Intercepted by the Trojans on the interception. Jarrett Jorgensen, nowhere to go. He's going to be tackled at the 35-yard line as Morgan takes over.
Hafen under duress just unloaded that on the run and was right in the open arms of a Morgan defender.
And had he been able to get it to Curtis, Curtis had 2 steps on the defense, just didn't quite get it far enough.
Well, and Hafen was sprinting to his left, throwing right, couldn't really plant and get the time to throw that one long.
So 1st and 10 for the Trojans offense from their own 35-yard line, 9:47 to go in the first half.
Each team with 1 turnover so far in this game.
Trojans send a man in motion left to right. Stevens fakes the handoff, throws to the middle. That's going to be nearly intercepted off the hands of Bodie Wells. As it hit his hands, the receiver Tyson Hurd hit him to try to dislodge it and was successful.
I think Bodie was actually surprised that ball came right to him as he was keying on Hurd again, who was the intended target.
So that'll make it 2nd and 10 now for the Trojan offense, their own 35. Again, no score here in the first quarter on the Parts House scoreboard. Only had 2 Riverstone Contractors first down, and neither team has neared the Apex Foot and Ankle Institute end zone. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right with tight right. Miller to the left of Stevens in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Stevens will take the snap, drop the pass, looking left, throws left to the middle. That's going to be caught at the first down marker, and diving forward is Tyson Hurd again for a pickup of about 13 yards out to the 48-yard line.
Richfield defense needs to apply more pressure on the quarterback. Whenever he's been able to have that much time to throw, he's on target.
So that's the 3rd first down of the game. Riverstone Contractors first down. Your plumbing and heating source in Sevier County. That's Riverstone Contractors. 1st and 10 from their own 48 for the Trojans. Hurd is wide left, 2 receivers wide right. Different tailback. Stevens takes a snap, going to fake the handoff, drops the pass, rushes coming, gets hit, falls to the block, loose by Evan Hafen, picked up by Caden Acord for the Wildcats, and that's actually Caden Acord dove on it but missed it, and I think Wyatt Blackner comes up with the recovery.
Heads up play by Blackner to not assume that Acord was all alone there. He almost wanted to see him maybe pick that one up and carry it towards the end zone. Wasn't able to totally cover it up, but Blackner there, and great play there by the Wildcat defense. I didn't see who.
Emmett Hafen just lit him up.
Got him from the blind side and caused that fumble. Big turn of events for the Wildcats on that play.
So 2nd turnover by the Trojans, 1 so far by the Wildcats, and with 9:10 to go in this second quarter, Richfield will start on the Morgan 35-yard line.
And Morgan had a lot of momentum going for him on that last drive.
2 receivers to each side. Hafen in the shotgun with Morrison to his left. Emmett takes a snap, gives the handoff to Morrison. Morrison dances across the line of scrimmage and keeps the legs moving as he's going to pick up 4, maybe 5 yards. Ball comes loose, but they're going to say it was already down at the 31. So a 4-yard gain for Kel Morrison.
Well, even when a hole opens up, that was a big hole initially, but the speed of the Trojan defense not giving Richfield anything extra or anything big.
2nd and 6 now for the right. Has time, throws right. That's going to be caught at the first down marker and a couple more. And for the first down of the game for the Wildcats, Jordan Anderson with the 7-yard pickup.
Yeah, nice play call that time by the coaching staff, and Wildcats have to feel good to finally be moving the chains here with 8:36 to go in the second quarter.
Making an 8-yard pickup, and 1st and 10 now from inside the 25-yard line at the 23. Hafen takes a snap, gives the ball to Bate. Bate right side, off tackle. He'll be driven back after a gain of about 2 yards to the 22-yard line, so that'll make it 2nd down and 8.
Their line's at least not giving up the tackles for a loss.
So 2nd down and 2 from the 22-yard line. This is the furthest either team has gotten into the other's territory. 2 receivers to each side. Bates still the running back for the Wildcats. Hafen brings him to the right side. Shotgun formation.
Almost looks like he's changing the play.
Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, inside pass goes to LaCourty. LaCourty on the near side, going to be brought down just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Going to be a gain of about 6 or 7 yards on the play.
You're going to bring up 3rd and short. Like to see LaCourty getting involved. That bodes well for the Wildcats if they can keep finding him.
Can I call it a 6-yard gain to the 16-yard line? They need to get to the 14 on 3rd and 2. This is now 4-down territory unless you want to see Covarrubias kick a field goal here. 2 receivers to each side. Morrison now back in, running back to the right of Hafen in the backfield. He surveys the defense. Points left. Going to go with the quick pass to Curtis off his hands, a little bit high. Curtis got wrapped up immediately by Bo Snyder, and the pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, he was hit right as the ball got there, and ball thrown a little bit high to Curtis.
Hafen saw something, though, that he liked, and had he been able to get it down at his numbers, might have had the 1st down pickup there.
Yeah, would have moved the chains. And decision time here, and it looks like the Wildcats going to go for it on 4th. They do have a kicker this year, more field goals this year than probably the 3 previous years combined.
Hafen in the shotgun. We'll see if he goes with the hard count here. Tries to draw Morgan off sides. Takes a snap. Going to keep it himself. Cuts upfield. Runs into his own offensive line. Nowhere to go. Driven back. And they're going to say a loss of a yard and a turnover on downs for the Wildcats.
Just nowhere for Hafen to go. As, again, the Trojans in the backfield immediately.
7 minutes to go in the first half. No score on the Parks House scoreboard. Morgan 0, Richfield 0 in the 3A quarterfinal.
And the only drive this game that Richfield's able to move the chains, but unable to come up with it on 4th and short.
So Morgan takes over on their own 17. Stevens in the shotgun. 2 receivers left. Takes a snap. Quick hitch pass again, but caught on his knees by Tyson Hurd. Back to the 14, so a loss of 3.
Yeah, Hurd would like to have a do-over that time, as he was open out there, but a low throw made him bend one knee.
So 2nd and 13 now for the Trojans from the 14-yard line.
Richfield was late getting a lineman on the field on that down.
2 receivers each side this time for the Trojans. Going to send a man in motion. That's Runkles left to right. Polson shifts with him, looking for Runkles. They get it to him on the outside. Polson able to hit him low, breaks the tackle, gets hit again by Bodie Wells, and they're going to pick up about 5 or 6 yards out to the 22-yard line, so about an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, going to bring up a manageable 3rd down.
And they're going to mark it, looks like, at the 23, so a 9-yard pickup there for the Trojans. So to make it 3rd and 4. Seen the Richfield defense stand up numerous times on these 3rd and short situations. See if they can again. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Miller, the running back, to the left of Stevens in the backfield. Stevens moves him to the right. Formation, drops the pass. He's at the 20, 15, has blockers, 5, touchdown Wildcats. Richfield strikes first.
Game so far on the scoreboard now with the pick 6 by Polson.
So Jake Polson read the route on they was looking for the top and read the route, picked it, and his brother Jake out there in front block.
Times they've been used to some interceptions, and that one a timely one for the Wildcats.
On to kick the extra point, just scored for the Wildcats. On to hold.
Well, and we heard Coach Christiansen talk about in the pregame these huge.
So Covarrubias on to try to make it a 7-0 game. 42. Snap is down. Kick into the. It only got about 2 feet off the ground.
You know, it was a little bit delayed. Christian has had more success with goals this year than he has with
4 or 5 to go in the first. The Parts House scoreboard. We'll take the break on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports and Central Channel 10.
Family is compassionate, patient-centered, high-quality care to highly skilled and for a wide variety of advanced medical care and treatment services for you and your family. We offer convenient times and your health and wellness hands of medical professionals by scheduling an appointment with our physicians today. 435-951.
So a pick six taken back about 25 yards into the apex. Puts Rich 6. They missed the PA. Christian Rubius on to kick it away for the Wildcats. And back to receive will be Runkles along with Miller, and a kick going to go left side to Runkles, caught at the 10-yard line, going to work his way left side, fakes the handoff, now steps back to the 20, gets the 25-yard line of these on the end sideline here, and tackled by Emmett Hafen out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. So Emmett Hafen, you're seeing him out there in all sorts of spots here today.
Yeah, they're going to utilize him to the full extent. That time the fake handoff was able to get him about an extra 15 yards on that return.
5:34 to go in the half, and Morgan will start on their own 30-yard line.
And Hafen, I think he's created a few extra thoughts in the quarterback's mind. A blindside tackle that caused the fumble.
Got 1st and 10 from the 30. This time they're going to go to running offense, tight on each side with 3 backs. Takes a snap, does give the handoff to Miller. Miller gets hit low, able to break the tackle, and after a 5-yard pickup, brought down by Wyatt Blackner, he'll go down to the 36 for a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, they were fooled a little bit by that
formation.
First time we've seen that in tight, and looks like they're gonna stick with that.
Yep, tight on each side with a running back up just behind each side, then the one tailback. There's a little inside pitch in the backfield. Wow. Wyatt Blackner with a big tackle on the pitch to Porter Giles.
Well, you never know. Blackner is about 50 pounds lighter than the guys he's tackling as he drives them backwards. A big hit that time by Blackner.
So that'll make it 3rd down and 5 now for Morgan from their own 35-yard line. Down to 4:40 to go in this first half. Richfield leads 6-0 in the 3A quarterfinal. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Miller, the running back to the left of Stevens in the shotgun formation. Back to the usual formation here for the Trojans. Fake the pass, going to go to the middle. Tyson Hurd wide open, catches the pass behind him. He's in deep into Richfield territory. 30, 25, Jed Polson dives, can't get him. 10, 5, touchdown Trojans, and Morgan answers.
Nobody anywhere near the intended receiver. Heard that time across the middle. A couple Wildcat defenders on him down after the catch, but a missed assignment there that time by one of the best receivers in 3A.
So a 65-yard touchdown, and now the kicker comes on for the Trojans to try to take the lead here as they are all knotted up at 6 with the Wildcats. Snap is good, hold is down, kick is up, high kick, and good. So with 4:17 to go in the first half on the Parts House scoreboard, it's now Morgan 7, Richfield 6. We'll take the break on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or while on the go. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included with Centricom cable TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Robinson Transport is a major part of the central Utah economy by hauling supplies to maintain the energy needs of Utah and surrounding states. The management extends a sincere appreciation to all of their drivers for their hard work and dedication. Robinson Transport fully supports the education of our area youth and their participation in athletic competition. Should you need any construction equipment, topsoil, gravel, or concrete work, remember Robinson Transport of Salina, a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
And welcome back here to Morgan High School. A 65-yard touchdown pass has given Morgan the 7-6 lead over Richfield. Cole Niederhauser on to kick it away now for the Morgan Trojans. Jordan Anderson back to receive, and it's going to be taken by Anderson at about the 6-yard line. Coming straight ahead is Jordan. Going to bounce his way right side, had a hole to run through, gets across the 25 and brought down at about the 28-yard line. So going to be about a 22-yard return for Anderson, and Richfield will try to answer the scoring drive of the Morgan Trojans.
See if their offense can pick up some steam, as last possession offensively was their best of the game.
They're going to spot it just shy of the 28, so 4:11 to go in the first half. 7-6 Morgan with the lead. Richfield ball on their own 28-yard line. Two receivers each side. Ian Bate in at running back. He'll be to the right of Hafen in the shotgun formation. Going to send Bate in motion to the right side. So trips right, takes a snap. Quick pass going to go out to the right side. That's going to be caught by Anderson. Anderson on the far sideline has room, and he's off to the races into Morgan territory. Runkle's there to knock him out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. And Jordan Anderson on just a little hitch route, able to go about 50 yards down the field.
Big play there, and Jordan Anderson showing his speed. And excellent, biggest play at this point for the Wildcats into Trojan territory.
Going to be a 42-yard gain on the pass to Jordan Anderson. For a Riverstone Contractors first down. 1st and 10 from the Morgan 30-yard line. They waited for the chains to get caught up. Hafen in the shotgun, two receivers each side. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Bate, looks to the middle, pump fake, nobody there, has to scramble, gets hit, able to break the tackle, reverses direction, goes to the far side of the field, looking downfield still is Hafen, going to keep it himself as he crosses the 30, and will be knocked out of bounds at about the 34, 33-yard line. Or making the 28-yard line, excuse me, on the other side. So a 2-yard gain for Hafen.
Covering a lot of territory, both sides of the field for 2 yards there. But we've seen him do that all this year, and oftentimes resulting in a big play. But that time nobody open downfield.
And that's why you heard Coach Christiansen say you can't replicate what Hafen brings of those kind of plays. Two receivers to each side. Morrison to the left of Hafen in the backfield. Takes a snap, gives it to Morrison. Morrison going to kick it outside, breaks a tackle. He's to the 25-yard line and will be knocked out of bounds just shy of the first down. Going to be a pickup of about 7 yards on the carry.
A nice stiff arm there by Kel Morrison, and able to get around and through two defenders. Going to bring up 3rd and 3. Thought he maybe got a little further, but must have stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, so stepped out of bounds at the 23-yard line. And so that will make it 3rd down and 3 after two receivers again to each side. Hafen going to send Dakota Curtis in motion left to right. Fake the handoff, rolls to his left. Pressure's there, gets hit, nowhere to go. He's wrapped up. Going to be a loss of about 12 yards back to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, again, no time for Hafen to set and throw. Great defensive play that time by the Trojans.
Going to set at the 34 for a loss of 11. And that'll make it now 4th down here for the Wildcat offense. And Coach Thorson giving instruction. Looks like they haven't made a decision yet. I think he's going to call time here to talk it over. They're going to let the clock wind down and then call time at the end of his play clock, it looks like, is Coach Thorson for the Wildcats. It'll be a Richfield Days In timeout. Take a timeout yourself and visit Richfield City. Richfield Days In caters to high school teams offering special rates, 435-896-6476. On the Parts House scoreboard, 3 minutes to go in the first half. It's Morgan 7, Richfield 6. We'll take the break on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Severe Valley Hospital supports our local athletes, not only during the game, but when they need some help to get back into it too. Our own team of starters includes physicians who specialize in orthopedic and general surgery, ENT, podiatry, family and internal medicine, pain management, and other areas of care. And they work to repair sports and everyday injuries right at our hospital, helping to keep both our athletes and their fans close to home for your care. Severe Valley Hospital, healing for life.
So again, decision time here for the Wildcats. It's 4th down and about 14 yards for Richfield from the Morgan 34-yard line. It looks like they're going to go for it with 3 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah, kind of in a tough decision area here, and looks like they'll try to come up with a big pass play here with Hafen on 4th and 14.
They need to get to the 20-yard line. Going to send Morrison in motion left to right. Hafen pump fake, now going to throw deep down the sideline looking for LaCourty and overthrows the intended target. Richfield wanted a flag, but that one, good no call there by the officials.
Yeah, the defensive secondary by the Trojans has been strong with the exception of one play, and Richfield unable to continue that drive after a big 42-yard pass play from Hafen to Anderson.
So 2:54 to go in the first half, and 34-yard line, just shy of the 34-yard line. They lead at 7-6. Going to go 2 receivers left, Hurd wide left, and Runkles wide right. Miller to the left of Stevens in the backfield, shotgun formation. Takes a snap, looking left, heavy rush coming. Jake Polson there, going to throw to the middle, has Runkles wide open and overthrew him. He got the step on Ian Bate and just missed him for the incomplete pass.
Runkles had about a 5-6 yard cushion behind the defender, a sure 6 points, but pass over.
Yeah, just made a good double move, did Runkles, and Bate unable to keep with him. So 2nd down and 10 from the 34-yard line now for the Trojans. 2:49 to go in the first half. Both offenses have struggled to move in this game. Morgan broke a 65-yard touchdown pass, and Richfield had a pick 6. Those are the only scores. 7-6, Morgan leads. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Stevens rolls to his right. Heavy rush coming. Got a good block. Throws to the right side. That's going to be caught. Tripped up by Jake Polson, but he has the first down and a few more as Talon Pollad out to the 46-yard line in Morgan territory.
Well, Morgan quarterback did a good job there of, even under duress, of being patient enough to find his receiver downfield.
12-yard pickup for the Riverstone Contractors. First down, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Stevens drops back to pass, looking right. Heavy rush coming, gets the pass delivered. That's going to be caught by Cass Giles. Pickup of 5 yards into Richfield territory to the 49-yard line.
Yep, brought down by Ian Bate. Morgan had 2 receivers right there to choose from, about in the same area.
Trips left this time for the Trojans, tight right. That's Pollad, the tight end. Stevens in the shotgun, drops back to pass, looking left, going to throw left to the inside route to Hurd. That's going to be caught, but as he gets hit, he drops it. Jed Polson there delivered the shot, and Hurd couldn't hold on.
Big hit by Polson, as looked like Hurd was going to come down with that, and Polson causing him to drop that.
2:02 to go in the first half here at Morgan High School. 3A quarterfinal game between the Morgan Trojans and the Richfield Wildcats. Morgan leads 7-6 on the Parts House scoreboard. 3rd and 5 from the Richfield 49-yard line for the Trojans. Going to go 2 receivers right, 1 left. Miller to the left of Stevens in the backfield. Again, shotgun formation for Stevens. Heavy rush and a hard count, and he got Richfield, and that'll move him ahead 5 yards and give him the 5 necessary yards for the first down.
Tough break there by the Wildcats.
So first down for the Trojans, and that'll make it 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line in Richfield territory. So Morgan moving the football. That's their 2nd first down on this drive. First drive we've had today where there's been 2 first downs by either team. Stevens drops the pass. Rush is coming again from the Wildcat defense. Had plenty of time. Pump fake. Now steps up and runs it himself. Gets hit by Jake Polson after a gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards inside the 40-yard line for the Trojans.
So the pump fake created opening up the middle, a heads-up play that time for a 5-yard gain on first down.
So 2nd and 5 now. Clock is running down to minute 40. Morgan has 2 timeouts left in the first half. Trips left, tight right. Stevens drops the pass, looks left, goes to Hurd again. That's going to be caught, and as he catches it, he goes down as the pass a little bit behind. He is going to get a first down, though, with a 6-yard pickup down to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, great job by Hurd to stop and come back for that ball that was thrown behind him.
So now 3 Riverstone Contractors first downs on this drive as we're setting records on this drive in this game.
Yeah, both offenses have picked up a little bit of momentum here in the second quarter.
2 receivers left. They're going to send 1 in motion, left to right, low snap. Now he's just going to launch it back to the other one. Goes back to Stevens. Ball's on the ground. He gets hit, still on the ground. Richfield looks like they have it. It's a scrum on the field. See who has the football with a minute to go in this first half. Both teams say they have it.
I thought I saw a Richfield defender fall on that.
There was a Morgan one right there with him, and it looks like Morgan's going to come up with the football. But a big loss there as they try to go to with the trick play. They just kind of pitched it back to Cass Giles. He threw it back to Stevens, and he dropped it, and it rolled all the way back to the 46-yard line, so a big loss.
Yeah, Stevens, all he had to do was catch it, and he had 1 man to beat, but it looked like he was trying to run before he caught that one.
It'll be a loss of 13, and I was wondering if it was meant to be a deep pass down the field. The way that one was set up. A timeout by the Trojans with 1:04 to go in this first half. We're going to keep it right here. Morgan leading Richfield 7-6 on the Parts House scoreboard. And I with everything that was happening here, I couldn't see downfield if there was a
Yeah.
receiver down the field or not for the Trojans. But the way he acted like he was going to look to set up and pass.
Yeah, and he may have. There was nobody on the far side deep. I could see that point. We're blocked a little bit from the near side towards the end zone, but.
And he does have Tyson Hurd out here on that side, but dropped the football, and coming in to make the play there for the Richfield defense was Bodie Wells, and then it was just a battle for the ball on the ground.
Yeah, there were about 4 Wildcat defenders there, but the one Trojan was able to recover.
So it was a loss of 13, so 2nd down and 23 now for the Morgan offense.
Timeout.
And let's see what Coach Thorson's looks like it is going to be a sideline warning there on Richfield. Coach Thorson immediately telling his coaching staff and players to back up. The officials all come together, see what the official call is here. 2nd and 23 for the Trojan offense. Ball spotted at the 46-yard line. They need to get to the 23.
Officials talking it over.
Never gave us a signal. They're just going to spot the ball and we're ready to go. So 2 receivers left. Hurd is the receiver on the far sideline. 1 receiver right, that's Runkles. Stevens takes a snap. He's looking right side. Heavy rush coming in again. Jake Polson knocks down the pass as he had the screen set up to the running back Porter Giles.
Great job by Jake as he blitzes the quarterback the second time you mentioned and heads up play as the quarterback goes into motion to bat it down.
So 3rd down and 23. From the 46 in Richfield territory, they need to get to the 23-yard line. Does the Trojans offense. Hurd now by himself, far left side. 2 receivers to the right, Runkles and Cass Giles. Going to be tight right as well. Running back to the left of Stevens in the backfield. Takes a snap, looks past, throws left side to Hurd, but threw it behind him. It's almost like Hurd was expecting more of a go route, and the pass behind him goes out of bounds. So 4th down and 23 for the Morgan offense. The punt team will come on.
Hurd was wide open, but credit Emmett Hafen again, that time putting a scare into Stevens.
So 4th and 23. Punt team comes on for the Trojan offense, or for the Trojans. And back to receive will be Jordan Anderson. He's going to stand at about his own 10-yard line for the Wildcats.
Well, in a game the Wildcat offense is kind of staggered. Defense has been strong. They could use a big special teams play here also.
And there's the fake snap, and as he tried to hand it off to one of his upbacks, it was fumbled, and Richfield recovers it in Morgan territory on 4th and 23. They go for the fake punt.
It almost looked like the trick play. The upback didn't know what the play call was because he was blocking while the ball was being handed to him.
It was a lineman, Hunter Hardy, who they tried to hand it to there, and it didn't work.
Wow, and that'll be big for the Wildcats again. An opportunity for them here as they take over on the 48-yard line of the Trojans.
So Morgan 48 is where Richfield starts. Morrison goes in motion. Quick pass to the outside to Anderson. Anderson had a big play on this one earlier. Gets inside the 40-yard line. Ball comes loose, and it looks like Morgan comes up with it. And yes, they do. So back-to-back fumbles, one by the Trojans, and now one by the Wildcats to give Morgan another chance with 47 seconds left in this first half.
Unfortunate there. Anderson with a nice catch and was right at the first down marker, but defender was able to squirt that ball out.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line with 47 seconds left in the first half for Morgan. They lead at 7-6 over Richfield. Going to go 1 receiver right, 2 left. Stevens in the shotgun, moves Miller to his right in the backfield. Takes a snap, going to look for the quick pass. That's going to be caught by Hurd on the far side of the field, and he's going to run out of bounds right at the first down marker. Maybe pick up nope, he's going to be a yard shy is where they mark him. So he stepped out of bounds a yard too early, make it 2nd and 1.
Well, Hurd the intended target on every Morgan possession.
43 seconds left in the first half. Hurd wide left, 2 receivers to the right. Stevens again in the shotgun formation. Richfield's defensive backs going into more of a prevent mode. Stevens drops the pass, looking left side to Hurd. That's going to be knocked away as the ball got there. He got hit by Bodie Wells. Pass falls incomplete.
Good play by Bodie. He gives up probably about 5 inches to Hurd, but the nice hit there, making it difficult for Hurd to come down with that.
So 3rd down and about 1.5 yards here for the Trojans. 39 seconds left in the half. They lead at 7-6 over Richfield. Hurd wide left, 2 receivers right. Miller to the left of Stevens in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Takes a snap, drops the pass, this time looking right, now comes back. Going to throw down the sideline, and that's going to be caught, but was he out of bounds? And the official says it is going to be a catch. Stepped out of bounds as he caught it at the 32-yard line. A big play there to Adam Buck.
And Buck did a nice job of ensuring that he got his feet in bounds on that catch.
Going to be a 21-yard gain on Riverstone Contractors, 1st down. So 1st and 10 from the Richfield 32 with 33 seconds to go in the half for the Trojans. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Wide left is Hurd. Single coverage for the Richfield defensive backs. Richfield showing blitz. They bring the house. Pump fake by Stevens. Steps up. Now going to throw to the out route. And that's going to be too far out in front of Buck as it falls incomplete.
Yeah, Buck wide open about 2 yards beyond the 1st down marker at the 20. But pass just wide.
And they've really had a lot of open receivers on those routes, either coming from the inside slot or the running back position or the tight end position, working on an out route there. They've had them open quite often in this first half. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Again, Stevens in the shotgun, 29 seconds left in the half. 2nd and 10. He drops the pass, heavy rush coming by Blackner, able to avoid it, gets hit by LaCourty, driven to the turf. Tayson LaCourty with a sack. Jordan Anderson there to help him clean it up, and it's going to be a loss of about 4 or 5 yards back to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, Blackner and Acord did a nice job forcing him out of the pocket, and LaCourty there to finish him off for the sack.
So they're going to mark it at the 37. Timeout called. We'll take the break with them. 16 seconds to go in the first half. 7-6. Morgan leads Richfield on the Parts House scoreboard on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is the Central Utah leader in plumbing, waterworks, turf, and ag irrigation. Mountain Land Supply features an entire line of Rainbird sprinklers and systems for your yard or commercial property and backs it up with an extremely knowledgeable staff that cares about the local community because they live here. Visit them at 2104 South Red Hills Drive in Richfield or call for a showroom appointment 435-896-9606. Mountain Land Supply is proud to sponsor high school sports and wishes the teams, coaches, and players success.
And welcome back here to Morgan High School. 17 seconds, just under 17 seconds left in the first half. Morgan leads Richfield 7-6 in this 3A quarterfinal game, and it's 3rd and about 15 for the Trojans in Richfield territory, the 37-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 left. That's Hurd wide left. Stevens takes the pass, rolls to his right, and looking downfield, throws to the out route. That's going to be caught and knocked out of bounds will be Runkles, but he's caught at the 19-yard line. And that's going to be enough for a 1st down and an 18-yard gain with 10 seconds to go in the half.
Runkles again with the reception, just barely in bounds. 10 seconds to go here for the Trojans to try to add to their 7-6 lead here in the second quarter.
So 1st and 10, and looks like they're going to spot it at the 20-yard line, so we'll call it a 17-yard gain on that one. But enough for that Riverstone Contractors 1st down. Hurd wide left, 2 more receivers right. That's going to be Giles and Runkles. Miller to the left of Stevens in the backfield. Shotgun formation, and there's going to be a false start on Morgan as they jumped quickly, way early on that one, and it'll march them back 5 yards.
Well, 10 seconds, Morgan going to look at taking a couple shots here at the end zone.
So that'll make it 1st and 15. 2 receivers wide right, 1 left. That's Hurd wide left in single coverage. See if they go to him. They're looking for him on the post route, and a flag will come in. He did get hit as the pass was way out in front.
Richfield kind of wants that as incidental contact as defender, receiver just ran into each other, not and I don't know if the pass was catchable either.
Well, the catchable doesn't apply in high school.
Well, yeah, that's right.
But he did, if you look on the replay, he did get his route impeded here, and as a result, I think a good call here by the officials.
Coach Thorson still on the field wanting an explanation.
We're under 6 seconds left. This will be a big play. It'll move them inside the 10-yard line if they do go Pass interference call here. Officials still discussing it. And they're going to pick it up. Going to pick it up.
That's big for the Wildcat defense.
Yes, it is. So the pass falls incomplete, and that'll make it 2nd and 15.
And you do like to see officials get together and talk things over there and ensure that they're going to get it right. And I believe they got that one right, too. And we're going to see a long field goal attempt here with 5.8 seconds to go. This will be a 41-yarder.
Carson Flitton, I believe, the place kicker. Snap is good, hold is down, kick is up, and
wow.
It is good. Just snuck inside the left upright. Wow. Carson Flitton with the 42-yard field goal. 10-6 is your score with 1.3 seconds left in this first half. And so they elect to go for the more shot of the end zone, and it works out, pays off.
Yeah, that pays to have a field goal kicker, and Coach Christiansen's words holding true to this point, that the kicking game would be big, and the kicking game helps tack on to a 1-point lead, and 10-6 at halftime here. Well, not yet.
They
halftime.
get a chance to run it back.
1.3 still on the clock. Yeah.
And with the the dynamic back there with Jordan Anderson, Jake Paulson, the other deep back for the Wildcats on this kick return. You've got some dynamic playmakers there. You never know when Jordan Anderson can bust one.
Well, he nearly broke that reception. Ended up 42 yards. They'd like to have seen him beat one man and get to the end zone, but and that stall later. That drive later stalled.
So we'll have one kick, and then we will, unless it goes out of bounds or in the end zone, we will have just the return to end this first half with more leading 10-6 here on the Parts House scoreboard. 3-8 quarterfinal game. Last time Richfield was this far, they lost to Morgan on this field, 32-13. The kicker, Cole Niederhauser, set to kick it away. It's just going to be kind of a pooch kick, but a line drive one. Anderson able to go by him. He picked it up at the 5-yard line and tries to cut, and it slips down at the 10 as he does. So that'll be the end of the first half with Morgan leading Richfield 10-6 on the Parts House scoreboard. We'll take a break and come back with the Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show next here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Looking for an affordable car, truck, or SUV? The two guys at CarWise have you covered with vehicles starting as low as $4,000. Go to carwiseutah.com to check out our inventory, or come see us in person at 1220 South State Street in Salina. And don't worry if your credit's not the best. 35287-2277. Shop Wise. Shop CarWise. Go to carwiseutah.com to check out our inventory.
You remember your family, right? Those cute little zombies that are always stuck to their screens? Well, with router limits, you can manage screen time, filter web content, and track the browsing history of all your kids. All you have to do is plug this little guy into your router. Seriously, that's it. Router limit starts with screen time. You can set a schedule for each family member, what they can do online, and when they can do it. You can filter content by category or even by specific website. Sure, you've got great kids, but sooner or later, they're going to come in contact with something that's not so great. Router Limits lets you see what they see so that you can have those important conversations before the internet has them for you. Router Limits helps my family disconnect from devices and reconnect with each other.
Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking in Salina is now hiring local drivers. If you're looking for a solid career in the trucking industry that has a positive working environment, join the big blue trucks of Barney Trucking. The job includes benefits, training, retirement, and requires a Class A CDL license, doubles and triples. To apply, go to barneytrucking.com or call 529-4422. That's 529-4422.
Mountain Utah Family Medicine in Richfield is committed to providing compassionate, patient-centered, high-quality care to patients of all ages. Our staff of highly skilled and experienced care providers offer a wide variety of advanced medical care and treatment services for you and your family. We offer convenient appointment times, including after-hour services. Place your health and wellness of experienced medical professionals by scheduling an appointment with our physicians today. 435-896-9561.
We offer quick service on your loan request. We make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for an answer from some out-of-town loan committee. It's one of the advantages of banking with hometown people. You're independent, so are we. Utah Independent Bank, member FDIC. Hometown people, hometown spirit.
And welcome back here to Morgan High School. Robert Lovell with you alongside Rich Barton. This is the Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show. From first downs to touchdowns, the Jones and DeMille Engineering team is here to help you tackle the toughest infrastructure issues. And at the half, it is Morgan 10, Richfield 6 in this 3A quarterfinal game. And it's been a hard-fought battle between these two teams. Really two big plays to define the game. One big offensive play for Morgan, a big defensive play for Richfield, and then the field goal at the end of the half there. That is your scoring in this game. And Rich, before we look into some of the stats and drive charts here, what's your takeaway from this first half?
Well, I don't think either team has had a game this season where a first quarter ended up being like this one was. Neither team offensively able to move the ball at all. Even Richfield in some of their losses to some really the best teams in 3A with Juab, Summit, and Juan Diego, they were able to move the ball and function offensively. Today, they haven't been able to do that against Morgan. We talked about not giving up the big play. The big play is what resulted in a touchdown for Morgan, and also talked about the kicking game being important. Richfield hopes that missed PAT doesn't come back to haunt them.
Right.
And then a huge field goal from 42 yards to finish the half for Morgan. And it's anybody's game. If Richfield can get their offense on track, you got to believe they could go home with a happy bus ride tonight.
And you talk about that first quarter, only 2 first downs combined in the first quarter, both of them by Morgan. Morgan in this first half has 7 first downs compared to Richfield's 2, but neither offense, as you mentioned, just unable to really match a little more here in a minute. But right now, let's take a look at our first half drive chart for Morgan. 3 and out. On the 4th play of their next drive, a fumble, 3 and out, 3 and out. Turnover on downs with 1 first down in that one. Then you had a 3 and out. Then a fumble on their 4th play of the, or on their 3rd play of the next drive. And then a pick 6 by Richfield's defense. Then on their 3rd play of their next drive, a 65-yard touchdown pass. Then they did put together a long drive, a 10-play drive that resulted though in a fumble. And then they finished with an 8-play drive resulting in the 42-yard field goal. So their last 2 drives, well, really their last 3 drives, their offense started to click a little bit more, but it was a lot of 3 and outs and turnovers on downs or fumbles earlier than that.
And Richfield has to feel pretty happy that they've won the turnover battle in this game, or else that 10-6 score could be potentially a lot worse.
Yeah, the turnover battle right now is 4-2. 4 turnovers by Morgan, 2 by Richfield. And let's look at Richfield's drive chart. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. So that's their first 5 possessions. Then on the next one, they threw an interception on what would have been 3rd down, on what was 3rd down. Then they did get a first down finally in the 2nd quarter, but they eventually turned it over on downs. Then their next position got another first down, but turned it over on downs, and then they finished with the fumble to end their drives in this first half. And so it's a very unique drive chart here, a lot of punts and as well.
And at least going into the locker room, I think Richfield has to say at least we saw some signs of life in the 2nd quarter, and they have to kind of build on that. And I'm sure get their offensive line fired up. They need to give Hafen an opportunity to come up with a big play on the run and with the pass. You know, one of the most outstanding players in all of 3A, one of the leaders in rushing yards and passing yards. But this Morgan team and coach and staff, I give them a lot of credit. They have game planned and scouted Richfield well and have made it almost impossible for them to sustain drives.
Very true. We'll take a break here inside the Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show. Come back with your first half stats, and we'll also see if we can get some score updates for you from other games going on throughout Central and South Central Utah, the 1A, 2A, and 3A playoffs. So that's coming up next in the Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show, with Morgan leading Richfield 10-6 at the half on the Mid-Utah Radio Sport on Channel 10.
High-speed Wi-Fi. Not quite as important as running water in your home, but close. Centricom powers your Wi-Fi network with consistent speeds to keep all your gadgets going strong. Streaming video players, laptops, tablets, even smartphones, so you're never stuck with those big cell data charges. And talk about value. Just pick your speed and keep the Wi-Fi flowing in your home at a great low price. Upgrade your internet today. Call or visit Centricom.more.
Are you paying too much for bulk gas, diesel, oil, and lube? Are you constantly running out of fuel for your business, farm, or hobby? Well, you should be calling Sevier Valley Oil Company. Sevier Valley Oil is your full-service bulk fuel, oil, and lube supplier. Now operating out of St. George and Richfield, Sevier Valley Oil is now covering all of southern Utah with quality petroleum products. From super tankers to farm delivery wagons, they have you covered. Make the right call today, 435-896-4406.
DP Curtis Trucking is a family-oriented business that works hard to get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis is hiring reliable drivers with starting wage at 40 cents per mile, going to 42 cents after 90 days. Additional pay for tarps, drops, picks, and additional trailers. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and bonuses, and more. If you'd like to join the DP Curtis family, call for details, 435-893-2886. That's 893-2886, or click dpcurtis.com.
You've seen Zions Bank's name at sporting events, performances, and fundraisers. We're just about everywhere. Your children and grandchildren see Zions dedicated employees in their classroom, teaching them how to save. We do all this because we have skin in the game. We support South Central Utah because we live and work here too. So we're as committed to this community's future as you are. When it comes to choosing to bank at Zions, rest assured you're selecting a company dedicated to bringing value to South Central Utah's businesses, individuals, and families.
ZionsBank.com, member FDIC.
Mountain Utah Family Medicine in Richfield is committed to providing compassionate, patient-centered, high-quality care to patients of all ages. Our staff of highly skilled and experienced care providers offer a wide variety of advanced medical care and treatment services for you and your family. We offer convenient appointment times, including after-hour services. Place your health and wellness in the hands of experienced medical professionals by scheduling an appointment with our physicians today. 438969561.
Affordable.
Fun.
Cutting edge. Progressive.
Creative.
Fulfilling.
Energetic.
Innovative.
Passionate.
Inviting. With compound rankings by CNN Money, bestschools.org, Washington Monthly, and the Aspen Institute, Snow College is the #1 college in the nation.
Celebrating 125 years of excellence. Visit snow.edu.
And we welcome you back here to Morgan High School. Robert Lovell with you alongside Rich Barton. This is the Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show. Jones and DeMille applauds the teams for hard work, dedication, and commitment. The race for excellence has no finish line. And let's take a look at your first half stats, and we'll start off with the stats for the Morgan Trojans. A stat check, by the way, brought to you by Okerlund Sorensen Levitt Insurance. See Corey Sorensen at Okerlund Sorensen Levitt, proudly offering Allstate Insurance. Call 896-4471 for your Allstate insurance needs. And for the Morgan Trojans in this game, they've had 11 rushes. Do you have a guess on how many yards rushing?
I'm going to say 0.
-24.
Okay.
So you were close.
I knew it wasn't positive.
11 carries for -24 yards in this first half. Now that does include the sacks, which
big one by Hafen.
Right. And so that's -24 yards rushing in this first half. Bridger Miller, 6 carries for 0 yards, and then the other two combined for -24. Passing-wise, though, 236 yards passing, highlighted by the 65-yard touchdown, as Stevens in this first half is 17 of 33 for that 236, so 212 yards of offense in the first half by Morgan.
And as the game progressed, they pretty much abandoned the run game. We did see the one possession where they went into the tight formation. They abandoned that rather quickly, too, as the Richfield defense shut that down.
And for Richfield on their side of things, their running game hasn't been much more effective. 16 carries for -3 yards. So neither team able to get positive yardage running the football. Passing-wise, Emmett Hafen was 0 for his first 8. So a bad start to the passing game. He finishes 4 for 14 in the first half for 65 yards passing, highlighted by the 42-yard short pass that Jordan Anderson took down the far sideline.
You saw the speed of Anderson streaking past some defenders. Had one man to beat. Otherwise, it would have been a touchdown. But I knew this was a good Morgan team. Really surprised at their defense and what they're doing to Richfield. Their defensive effort is unlike anything Richfield's seen this season.
Yeah, that great defense so far by the Morgan Trojans. Let's take a look at your Don Sinclair leading rushers. And for Morgan, it is Bridger Miller, 6 carries for 0 yards. And for the Richfield Wildcats, Kel Morrison, 5 carries for 7 yards. Ian Bate carries for 6 yards in this first half. So those two do combine for 13 yards of positive offense running the football. Don Sinclair, family owned and operated for over 36 years and providing a full service automotive shop. Call Don's on Main Street in Salina for maintenance or repair, or the next time you need some tires, stop by and talk to Don's. 529-3531 is who you can call to set up your service appointment. So there's your first half stats and leading rushers. Let's give you some score updates from other games going on throughout Central Utah. Here's a score for you that I think a lot of Central Utahns would like to see stay, as Manti leads Summit Academy 7-0 in that quarterfinal game. That's in the first quarter in that one. With late in the first quarter, 19 seconds left, 18 seconds left in the first quarter there. So Manti has a lead in that 3A game. The other two 3A games didn't start until 5 o'clock, so later start times.
Yeah, we saw Juab and Union just getting started. That was a 0-0 last time I saw.
And then Juan Diego Grantsville also a later start time as well in the other 3A quarterfinal. In the 2A classification, Delta leads North Sevier. That's our Mid-Utah Radio game of the week at the half. Delta 27 and North Sevier 14 in that one. And we'll try to get some other scores for you from the other games going on again in Central and South Central Utah. 1A, 2A, 3A playoffs. Beaver looks like leads ALA 14-3 in the first quarter of that game. And again, you can watch these games at MidUtahRadioSports.com on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, and for CentralCom Channel 10 to watch them, Local10.tv is where you need to go. And so there's your quick score updates. And again, we'll give you those throughout the second half here, keep you up to date on where we're at. Of course, the winners of these games today, they do advance to play at Weber State in the semifinals this next weekend in all 3 classifications, 1A, 2A, and 3A. Quick look at Millard in the first quarter. They trail Grand 7-0 in that 2A quarterfinal game. And speaking of, we're in the playoffs. We're getting close to the championship. It's been a state championship season so far for this Morgan High School, as they honored at the end of the first quarter. The girls soccer team took state last weekend. They went over Judge Memorial. And then the volleyball team just last night beating a Central Utah opponent in North Sanpete in the state championship last night. So their volleyball team and girls soccer team bring home the 3A state titles. And Rich, that's difficult to do, to win 2 state championships in the same gender in the same season.
It's a rarity is what it is to have that many to take state in two sports the same season. And this Morgan school has got some great athletic programs, and I was talking to their AD earlier as he took us on a short tour of their indoor practice facility. Their community is growing by leaps and bounds. He mentioned to us, he said, we're not sure we'll be able to stay in 3A very long. They're pushing the 1,000 enrollment total, and in their lower levels are growing tremendously. But a lot of people that work,
getting more spillover.
Yeah, a lot of people that work in the Ogden area choosing to live a nice, easier commute away up here in this Morgan area. But
Mr. Stapley, the PA announcer to my left here, just pointed out that the Morgan volleyball team won the region title for the 25th year in a row.
Yeah, Coach Wiscombe winning her 18th state championship. One of the best coaches in all of the country in high school volleyball.
Chris, a streak like that in region, you start looking at numbers. Delta Wrestling, where Coach Wiscombe was before in volleyball action, but Delta Wrestling won 48 straight region titles at a time. That did eventually get broken, but you just don't see streaks that go that length. It's difficult.
Yeah, the other coach is hoping that she'll retire someday so everybody else has a chance.
All right, let's get ready for the second half here with Morgan leading Richfield at 10-6. And we talked to you about Rich. What do you want to see out of Richfield in the second half?
Well, it's a game of adjustments, and it's going to be at this point with the 10-6 game, who makes those right adjustments here in the second half. I think Richfield, they're going to be searching either for a big play. You know, they can't rely on the defense alone to win this game. They've given the offense good field possession time and time again. The offensive line for Richfield is going to have to come out of the locker room fired up, and I'm sure that was a point of emphasis. They've got to somehow win the line of scrimmage so that the Richfield can give Hafen that big play capabilities that we've seen all season.
Richfield will receive the kick to begin the second half. Morgan will kick off. 10-6 again is your halftime score in the 3A quarterfinal matchup. The winner of this game, again, will advance to next Saturday's game, or excuse me, next, I think they're the Friday game. They're the late Friday game. And they would play the winner of Juab and Union in the semifinals next week at Weber State University is where that would be. Second half kickoff brought to you by Mason Diesel Services, servicing engines and transmissions on heavy-duty trucks and big rigs while offering heavy-duty wreckers. That's Mason Diesel Services, 529-7477. And the long kicker for the Trojans is Cole Niederhauser, set to kick it away. And once again, Jordan Anderson, Jake Polson back to receive for the Wildcats. They stand at their own 5-yard line.
Niederhauser might end up being the player of the game if the score holds.
And Anderson's going to come rushing up on that one, pick it up on the bounce at the 16-yard line, coming to the near side, and he'll be brought down at about the 26-yard line. On the tackle there for the Trojans is Colton Hansen.
Well, we'll see what adjustments the Richfield team has made at halftime and see if that line can get fired up.
They'll start at their own 26-yard line, which, believe it or not, other than their very first possession, this is their worst starting field position since then.
Yeah, in the games I've seen this year, which is most all of them, this is the best field position opportunities they've had in a half.
One or two receivers to each side. LaCourty goes in motion. They give it to him, trying to get around that far end. They haven't ran this play yet today. Tries to cut back up the field and nowhere to go. He's going to lose yards. Back to the, or might have got back to the line of scrimmage, but it looks like you're going to spot him maybe a yard shy. And they put it to 26, so no gain. No loss, no gain.
Shades of the first quarter.
So that'll make it second down. It looks like they do drop it back. So second down and 11 now for the Wildcats. Hafen drops the pass, looking left or right, throws right to LaCourty and off his hands. Couldn't quite haul it in. Had about a 5 or 6 yard pickup, but unable to bring it in. So it's third down and 11.
And we see early on here they're looking to get LaCourty involved as he has big play capabilities.
And, you know, it's not just Hafen that can make those plays. We've seen Tayson LaCourty. We've seen Jordan Anderson do it at times. Dakota Curtis had the first touchdown last week against Emory. Two receivers each side here for the Wildcats, third and 11. Hafen rolls, going to pass out to this right side, and Jordan Anderson turned around before he caught it and drops it. And so back-to-back drops by the receivers for the Wildcats offense, and the punt team will come on.
A couple of good play calls that should have moved the chains that time for the Wildcats. Tough drive to start this third quarter.
At the end of the first quarter in Beaver, the Beavers lead ALA 21-3 in that 2A quarterfinal game. Hafen back to kick it away. And Jarrett back to receive for the Trojans. He's going to back up to the 35-yard line, call for the fair catch at the 34. And so Morgan will take over with 11:16 to go in the third quarter, leading Richfield 10-6 on the Parts House scoreboard. They'll start on their own 34-yard line. So first and 10 for the Trojans. Going to go two receivers left. Tyson Hurd, that favorite target so far in the game and throughout the season for the Trojans. He is wide left. Bodie Wells on him. One receiver wide right. Going to take the snap looking right. Going to throw to Runkles and throw it behind him in the turf for the incomplete pass.
Yeah, we've seen Stevens a number completely wide open and has missed the targets.
Rare for him this season. Again, he's slightly below 50% completion percentage this year, and he's about those numbers in this game, 17 for 34 now. Two receivers, or trips to the left. Going to fake the handoff, going to kick it outside to Giles. Giles catches the 30 to the 35 and brought down to the 39-yard line as Jed Polson able to grab the ankles and bring him down, but it is going to be a pickup of about 5 yards.
Polson, the leading tackler in all of 3A, doing a nice job out there of one-on-one, bringing him down just for a 5-yard gain. Could have been much more.
So 3rd down and 5 here for Morgan. Runkles wide right, 2 receivers left with Hurd on the near sideline. Miller to the left of Stevens in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Looking for Hurd. Pump fake. Now looking for him on the seam route. That's going to be intercepted. Britton Riddle right there. Threw it right to his hands. He'll pick it off. Richfield takes over.
Riddle not fooled by the pump fake. He was downfield with excellent coverage across the middle on Hurd and able to put that big interception.
So another turnover. That's the 5th turnover by Morgan in this game. But so far, the only time Richfield took advantage of it was the pick 6, and so their offense hasn't been able to take advantage of the other turnovers. They'll start on their own 45-yard line. Will Richfield, 10:33 to go in this 3rd quarter. Morrison to the right of Hafen in the backfield, 2 receivers each side. 7 in the box of the Morgan defense. Single coverage on the 4 receivers. Hafen pointing right, takes a snap, going to do a quick slant route. That's going to be caught. Gain of about 6, maybe 7 yards on the catch by Dakota Curtis into Morgan territory to the 49.
Nice job there by the fearless Dakota Curtis going across the middle where he knew he was going to get hit. Nice gain on 1st down.
So 2nd down and 4. Hafen again in the shotgun formation. Takes a snap, going to be a design quarterback keeper up the middle, and plows forward right near the 1st down marker at the 45-yard line. The near sideline judge would have him, and the white cap does say 1st down for the 4-yard pickup.
We're seeing a few different play calls than what we saw offensively from the Wildcats in the 1st half, and result on this drive, a 1st down and the ball at the Trojan 45.
So 1st and 10 from the Morgan at 45. Handoff's going to go inside to Curtis, and Curtis going to come up ahead down to the 43-yard line for a short pickup.
And he did a nice job breaking a tackle or two. Could have been a tackle for a loss on that end around.
So that'll make it 2nd down and 8 from the Morgan 43. As the first carry for Curtis in the game. 2 receivers each way. Hafen takes a snap, fakes the hand up to Curtis, keeps it himself on the far edge, gets to the sideline, lowers the shoulder, and he will be brought down by Jay Kerrigan. But Hafen's going to get a good pickup to make it 3rd and short.
Yeah, fooled the defense on the fake handoff to Curtis and enough to get positive yardage. But again, the speed of the Morgan defense, normally Hafen would potentially break that one all the way.
5-yard pickup to make it 3rd and 3. Hafen takes a snap, another quarterback keeper up the middle and wrapped up from behind, and he'll be brought down about a yard shy of the 1st down to the 36-yard line. Is this 4-down territory here with 1 yard to go?
I think so. And I know Coach Thorson has a lot of confidence in his defense. We saw that in the 1st half when they had 4th and short and Hafen was sacked.
The spot a little bit behind the 36-yard line, so about 4th and a yard and a half. They are going to go for it. Hafen in the shotgun formation, 2 receivers each way. Morrison to his right in the backfield. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Morrison. There's the slant route, not there. Tuck it, run for himself. He's got the 1st down and more, and he'll go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So Hafen had plenty of time. First time we've seen him with a lot of time back there, and he tucked it and ran for the 1st down.
Yeah, multiple pump fakes, able to freeze the Morgan defense enough to create some running room to the outside, enough for the 1st down and then some.
Riverstone Contractors 1st down is what we have there. Once again, Riverstone Contractors, your plumbing and heating source in Sevier County. 2 receivers to each side, 1st and 10 from the Morgan 30. Hafen drops the pass, quick out route. That's going to be caught by Curtis. Tiptoes down the sideline before going out of bounds after a pickup of about 3 yards to the 32.
Yeah, pass led him out of bounds, unfortunately. Had some running room. And the best drive thus far for the Richfield offense.
So a 3-yard pickup makes it 2nd and 7. Same formation for the Wildcats. Hafen drops the pass. Going to go to the route to Winters. Winters able to go up and make the play as he took a shot in the process down to the 21-yard line. And that'll be a pickup of about 6 yards and make it 3rd and 1.
Winters with some good size from his wide receiver position goes up in a crowd of Morgan defenders to bring up a 3rd and 1.
So 3rd and 1 from the Morgan 21, nearing the Apex Foot and Ankle Institute end zone is the Wildcat offense. Hafen in the shotgun. Morrison to his left. 2 receivers to each side. I believe that's Bate to his left, excuse me. Hafen takes a snap, low snap, gives it to Bate. Bate with a full head of steam, spin move at the line of scrimmage, dives forward for a 6-yard pickup down to the 15, and another Riverstone Contractors first down.
Yeah, met at the line of scrimmage. Quick spin move propelled him to an extra gain of 5 yards. Good momentum for the Wildcat offense right here.
1st and 10 from the 15. Bate still in it, running back to the left of Hafen. 2 receivers to each side. Hafen in the shotgun, takes a snap, gives the hand up to Bate again. Bate with a full steam down to the 10, cuts to the outside 5, lowers the shoulder down to the 3-yard line. And for another first down, a 12-yard pickup for Ian Bate.
We're seeing that Wildcat offensive line come up big here in the second half as they're able to give their running back some room to get through.
2 first downs in the first half, 4 on this drive for the Wildcats. 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Hafen takes a snap, going to keep it to himself on the left side with Morrison in the option. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown Wildcats. Emmett Hafen from 3 yards out, and Richfield's on top.
Emmett Hafen with his 11th touchdown of the season ranks 3rd in all of 3A. Big possession that time for the Wildcats to retake the lead in this game.
Ran the option with Morrison there, and Hafen able to find a seam and dive into the end zone. And
timeout.
This is one of those tough moments where you would have liked them to already know if they're going to go for 1 or 2, because in a game like this, these timeouts could be crucial down the stretch.
Yeah, coach is going to make sure everybody's together here on this.
See what decision they make here to go for 1 or 2. Because the field goal, you go for 1, you're still up by a field goal if you make it. You go for 2, then you've got the 14-10 score. By the way, this is a Richfield Days In timeout. Take a timeout yourself and visit Richfield City, the gateway to the national parks. Stay at Richfield Days In by calling 435-896-6476.
Covarrubias is going to come on, and Christian has been great with the field goal kicking this year. But for whatever reason, he's struggled on some PATs at times this year. And
missed one earlier today that only got about 2 feet off the ground right into the line. 7:11 to go in this third quarter. Richfield leads 12-10 over Morgan. Jake Polson, the holder for the Wildcats. Covarrubias, left-footed kicker. Says he's ready. Snap is there, hold is down, kick is up, and that one is a beauty right through the uprights. So a 7:11 to go in the third quarter on the Parts House scoreboard. Richfield 13, Morgan 10. We'll take the break on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or while on the go. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included with Centricom cable TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Robinson Transport is a major part of the central Utah economy by hauling supplies to maintain the energy needs of Utah and surrounding states. The management extends a sincere appreciation to all of their drivers for their hard work and dedication. Robinson Transport fully supports the education of our area youth and their participation in athletic competition. Should you need any construction equipment, topsoil, gravel, or concrete work, remember Robinson Transport of Salina, a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
And welcome back here to Morgan High School. A short kick by Covarrubias. Not sure if it was designed that way.
No, it wasn't an onside kick.
And back to receive it. Well, they didn't have to go back deep. It was called for a fair catch to the 36-yard line. So good field position for Morgan after the good touchdown drive. 55-yard, 11-play touchdown drive by the Wildcats. 7:11 to go in this third quarter, and Morgan will start on their own 36.
And we had Emmett Hafen being looked at on the sidelines. You have to hope everything's okay with him, with his health.
We don't see him out there on defense now, and he might not for the rest of the day if he is going to have some sort of injury. Stevens in the shotgun, 2 receivers to each side, gives the hand up to Miller. Miller able to cut inside and break a tackle. He's off to the races, tripped up by Jed Polson, who caught the ankles and just held on. And that was a touchdown-saving tackle by Polson, but a Riverstone Contractors first down after the 13-yard gain.
Yeah, really caught the Wildcat defense off guard, as that's the first time they've carried the ball against the defense for quite some time. Big gain.
So 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line for the Trojans. Stevens takes a snap. Miller again hitting the backfield, able to break the tackle, trying to spread it out to the sideline. And it's going to be, again, I think, Ian Bate there this time to wrap him up, and might have got back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
And Polson again was there first on the scene with the shoestring tackle.
So no gain, make it 2nd down and 10 from their own 49-yard line. Going to have 2 receivers left. 1 receiver right for the Trojans. Hurd not in the game right now. He's on the near sideline here. Send a man in motion. That's Buck. Inside handoff on the reverse goes to Runkles, and Runkles in the across midfield down to the 45-yard line for a 6-yard pickup and make it 3rd and 4.
Well, and that time Morgan with a new wrinkle in their offense, able to bring up a 3rd and manageable 4 yards.
Tyson Hurd, again, that leading receiver, but by far the primary target in this game for quarterback Jacob Stevens, and he's on the sideline with his helmet off here for the Trojans. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Stevens in the shotgun.
That coincides with them looking to go on the ground a little bit more.
That's right. Pass comes to the outside, and going to get the first down is Hunter Thomas, the junior, into the game, as he's going to pick up about 6 yards down to the 39-yard line.
He was wrapped up and propelled the ball forward, reaching forward enough for the first down inside the Richfield 40.
Riverstone Contractors first down. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Stevens in the shotgun, takes a snap, gives the handoff to Miller. Miller trying to get outside, cuts back inside, and he's going to pick 5 or 6 more yards down the 8-yard line.
Morgan offensive line now opening up some holes in a defense that was very stingy. Wildcat defense in the first half, not giving up any rushing yardage.
6-yard gain for Miller. 2 receivers right, 1 left. So both offenses looking to put together some drives in this second half. Stevens takes a snap, gives the handoff to Miller again. Miller cuts back left side, and it gets by the would-be tackler inside the 25-20 as he got through a arm tackle down to the 10-yard line, out of bounds there by Jordan Anderson. A big gain there for Bridger Miller.
Yeah, Jordan preventing the offense. And right now the Trojan ball carriers really with a lot of confidence running between some big holes with their linemen doing a great job.
Stevens takes a snap. Going to roll to his right, hand it off, and hitting the backfield by Wyatt Blackner is Porter Giles. He is going to get back to the line of scrimmage, but no gain by Giles.
Wyatt Blackner gets everybody's attention when he has a hit, that time another big hit.
I think that gain by Miller, I believe it was a 27-yarder on that long run, that first down run by Bridger. 2nd down and goal from the 10-yard line now for the Trojans. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Porter Giles is the tailback, bigger than Miller. Takes a snap to Stevens, gives it to Giles. Giles dances across the line of scrimmage, going to pick up about 1, maybe 2 yards. It was like 1 down to the 9-yard line, 3rd and goal from the 9.
Jake Polson there for the Wildcats. Going to bring up a huge 3rd and goal.
Cass Giles back in there as receiver for Adam Buck. 2 receivers each side. Giles goes in motion left to right. Stevens takes a snap, drops the pass, rolls to his right, looking for the end zone, throws to the end zone, wide open, and knocked away at the last second. Coming in to make the play, Britton Riddle knocks it out of the hands of Jake Runkles.
That looked like a sure touchdown pass, and Riddle with some good closing speed there to get a hand in it and break that pass attempt up.
So on to kick the field goal attempt will be Carson Flitton. Again, a junior that made a 42-yarder in the first half. That at the time put Morgan on top 10-6. Now he's going to try to tie it up as they set it at the 16-yard line. So a 26-yarder here by Flitton.
This attempt looks easy from that 42-yarder that he kicked in the second quarter.
Snap is good, hold is down. Another high kick and right through the uprights for Carson Flitton. And that'll make it all knotted up at 13 apiece with 3:26 to go in the third quarter on the Bard's House scoreboard. We'll take the break on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Severe Valley Hospital supports our local athletes, not only during the game, but when they need some help to get back into it too. Our own team of starters includes physicians who specialize in orthopedic and general surgery, ENT, podiatry, family and internal medicine, pain management, and other areas of care. And they work to repair sports and everyday injuries right at our hospital, helping to keep both our athletes and their fans close to home for your care. Severe Valley Hospital, healing for life.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is the Central Utah leader in plumbing, waterworks, turf, and ag irrigation. Mountain Land Supply features an entire line of Rainbird sprinklers and systems for your yard or commercial property and backs it up with an extremely knowledgeable staff that cares about the local community because they live here. Visit them at 2104 South Red Hills Drive in Richfield or call for a showroom appointment 435-896-9606. Mountain Land Supply is proud to sponsor high school sports and wishes the teams, coaches, and players success.
Niederhauser with the kickoff for the Trojans. Jake Polson unable to catch it in the air, picks it up the 15-yard line, works his way to the middle of the field, cuts across the 20 to the 25, lowers the shoulder to the 30-yard line, and spun to the ground at about the 33-yard line. About an 18-yard return for Jake.
By Polson. We'll see if the Richfield offense can continue the momentum from the last scoring drive.
And that was one that had Polson been able to make one more cut outside. He had a lot of green in front of him there, but still a good return after not being able to catch the ball in the air. So Richfield offense, Emmett Hafen is out there for them at quarterback position after getting banged up a little bit on the last offensive drive where he scored a 3-yard touchdown. 2 receivers to each side. Morrison, the tailback, to his right. Hafen in the shotgun, takes a snap, going to give it to Morrison. Morrison cuts inside, nowhere to go as he gets hit at the line of scrimmage, and no gain for Kel Morrison.
Yeah, nowhere to go up the middle that time for the Wildcats, stuffed by the Trojan defense.
A good defensive line for the Trojans here, getting the job done. The second wave, that middle linebacker, Colton Hansen, coming up and making the tackle as well. 2 receivers to each side. Hafen in the shotgun. Takes a snap, drops the pass, looking left, going to throw left, and nearly picked off. Colton Hansen knocks that one down, but nearly had it in his hands.
Yeah, was looking for Jordan Anderson, and actually, if the defender hadn't have knocked that down, he had another defender downfield by Anderson who probably would have picked that off.
Yeah, I think Bo Snyder, defensive back, was there in position to make a play. Trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. The lone receiver is Winters for the Wildcats. Hafen in the shotgun formation with Morrison to his left. 3rd and 10 from their own 33-yard line. 2:45 to go in the third quarter. Hafen drops the pen left. Now it's a step in the pocket. Gets hit, nowhere to go. He's going to be dropped for a loss as he goes down to the 26-yard line. And that'll be a loss of 7 yards and make it 4th and 17.
Well, after Richfield scored on their last drive, the Morgan defense coming back real strong on this possession.
So the punt team comes on for the Wildcats, and dropping back to receive for Morgan will be Trevor Jarrett, sophomore return man. He stands at his own 40. Hafen with a good snap, kicks it away, high kick, spiraling kick. Jarrett comes to the near sideline, bounces the 40, takes a Richfield bounce, and will roll down inside the 30-yard line, out of bounds at the 28-yard line. So a good punt by Emmett Hafen. But Morgan takes over with 2:04 to go in the third quarter on their own 28-yard line. Game tied at 13 here in this 3A quarterfinal game between the Richfield Wildcats and the Morgan Trojans. Trying to get some other score updates for you. We've got 7-7 between Manti and Summit Academy in that 3A quarterfinal game. And last score we had from Delta was they had increased their lead. Juab leads Union 6-0 in the second quarter there, so lower scoring game there in Nephi.
Factors in where Hurd is still on the sidelines. He's been having his calf muscle attended to, like he's got a strained calf.
Yeah, main receiver there for the Trojans. Stevens in the shotgun, drops the pass, looking right, throws right on the out route, and caught. Cass Giles hauls it in, but immediately lit up by Ian Bate, and Giles able to hold on across the 30 to about the 32-yard line for a 4-yard pickup.
Yeah, Bate with the big hit to prevent a big play, just a short gain of 3.
Yeah, making a 3-yard pickup to the 31-yard line. So 2nd and 7 now for the Trojans. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Miller, the running back, to the left of Stevens in the backfield, shotgun formation. They send Runkles in motion right to left. They're going to give it to Runkles, trying to get the end around. And Richfield's defense able to cut him back inside, sees a seam, and he'll be wrapped up by a Wyatt Blackner and driven back by a few more. Going to be, I think, just shy of the first down marker, or maybe right at it.
Wyatt Blackner comes
They're
up.
going to move the chains.
Comes up a little bit lame, limping on that play.
Riverstone Contractors first down. Of course, you don't want to lose Wyatt Blackner, that sophomore middle linebacker.
A huge key to their defense.
1st and 10 from the 38-yard line after the Riverstone Contractors first down. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Stevens looking left, going to go on the quick pass, but dropped through the hands off the chest of Hunter Thomas for 2nd and 10.
And this offense does miss Hurd being attended to on the sidelines. It'll be interesting to see if he is able to get back on the field this second half.
You don't generally see cramping and stuff like that in this cool weather type of game. But yeah, definitely getting work down there, getting stretched right now by the trainer for the Trojans. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Miller, the tailback. Stevens takes a snap, going to give it to Miller straight up the gut. Going to step right, got hit, able to break the tackle as he crosses the 40-yard line. Going to be a pickup of 4, maybe 5 yards on the carry. They had him right at the line of scrimmage, but couldn't hold on.
Yeah, able to bounce off a Richfield tackler and get a couple yards. Going to bring up a...
Going to be a gain of 5 out to the 43.
Yeah, 3rd and 6, 5 or 6.
At the 43, need to get to the 48 for the Trojans.
Big 3rd down play here.
40 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 13-13 your score, 3A quarterfinals. 2 receivers left, 1 right. They're going to send a man in motion. That's Cass Giles. Takes a snap, hands it off to Porter Giles. Met in the line of scrimmage. He does plow forward for a gain of about 2, maybe 3 yards to the 45, just across the 45-yard line. But that'll make it 4th and about 3 for the Trojans.
Well, you'd think they'd probably punt here in a tight game where Richfield's offense has picked up a little momentum. But looks like they're going to go for it.
It was, again, Wyatt Blackner that met Giles there in the hole. Giles much bigger than the young sophomore, and Blackner
change of
able
mind,
to plow
maybe.
forward. And they'll let the 3rd quarter run out are the Trojans. So at the end of 3 quarters, it is Richfield 13, Morgan 13 on the Parts House scoreboard. We'll take the break on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Looking for an affordable car, truck, or SUV? The 2 guys at CarWise have you covered with vehicles starting as low as $4,000. Go to carwiseutah.com to check out our inventory, or come see us in person at 1220 South State Street in Salina. And don't worry if your credit's not the best, we've got you covered there too. Give us a call at 435-287-2277. Shop Wise, shop CarWise. Go to carwiseutah.com to check out our inventory.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking in Salina is now hiring local drivers. If you're looking for a solid career in the trucking industry that has a positive working environment, join the big blue trucks of Barney Trucking. The job includes benefits, training, retirement, and requires a Class A CDL license and an endorsement for doubles and triples. To apply, go to barneytrucking.com or call 529-4422. That's 524-4422.
Dylan Petty does come on to kick it away for the Morgan Trojans. Punt team on. Back to receive is Jordan Anderson. Good knuckleball type of a punt as it bounces inside the 20. Takes a Morgan bounce inside the 5 and touchdown down at about the 1 or 2 yard line.
Wow, that worked
Great
out
punt.
perfect for the Trojans.
Anderson stood at about the 20-yard line, and that one is just a weird type of punt. Didn't have a spiral, wasn't going end over end. It just kind of floated there, and I think surprised him how far that kick was going.
Came to a stop, perfect stop for right on the one as a Morgan player right there to stop it.
So with 11:50 to go in the game, all tied up at 13, Richfield takes over with 99 yards to go. They started on their own 5 on their very first possession of the game and went a quick 3 and out with no gain. This time they own 1.
Going to have to be very careful the way they've had tackles for losses here of giving up points.
2 receivers to each side. Hafen 6 yards deep in the end zone, drops the pass. Rush is coming in a throw to the sideline and nearly caught through the hands of Nate Winters. Coach Thorson wanted a penalty flag, didn't get it as it falls incomplete.
Yeah, it looked like Winters was wrapped up as he went up high for that pass, wrapped up a little early. But Winters, a big target. You like to see a receiver with his size, went up in a crowd once already for a big reception.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10, again from the 1 yard line. Two receiver, Hafen again about 5 yards deep in the end zone. Hafen pointing left, still pointing left. Now we're going to move the receiver. Dakota Curtis left, right in motion, takes a snap, slant route. That's going to be jumped, nearly intercepted as he tried to get Tayson LaCourty. LaCourty felt like he got hit early as well. Again, no call there. Then it was Bo Snyder that nearly had the interception, but couldn't come up with it. See here on the route if we can see. Not sure if the defensive back came from behind and caught him or not early, but couldn't tell from that angle, but close play. 3rd and 10 for the Wildcat offense. Play call coming in from Coach Thorson on the sideline. Going to go trips left. 11:41 to go in this 4th quarter. Trips left, one receiver right. Morrison to the left of Hafen in the backfield. Shotgun formation. 5 yards deep in the end zone. Hafen takes a snap, drops the pass, looking left. Pump fake, gets hit, breaks the tackle, throws out to the near side to Tayson.
Hafen wanted a face mask there with the tackle that he broke.
And I thought Tayson LaCourty on this near side might have got held as well, but no flags on the play. So we'll just move on and make it 4th down.
And wow.
Watch right here.
He did
Tayson LaCourty did get held as well.
And Hafen's neck got jerked and yanked around on that face mask right in front of the white hat.
But instead it just goes down as an incomplete pass. No flags on the play, so Hafen in the back of the end zone to kick it away. Has to get a quick punt, a knuckleball punt too that lands at the Richfield 30. Does take a bounce towards Morgan's side of the field, but will stop at the Richfield 42-yard line. Looks like is where that's going to come to a stop. So good field position for the Morgan Trojans. In fact, this is the first time they've started in Richfield territory.
Yeah, Hafen talking to the white hat on for about 10 to 15 yards there.
So with 11:24 to go in the game, Morgan with a chance to take the lead here, starting on the Richfield 42-yard line, their best field position of the game. Going to go 2 receivers left, 1 right. Man in motion comes left to right. That's Cass Giles. Fake the handoff to him. Give it to Miller up the middle. Miller tries to bounce right. Gets hit as he does, and he'll pick up about 4 yards down to the 38-yard line.
Polson, Jed Polson with the tackle.
1A update for you. LCA has put some points on the board in the second half, but Kanab still leads that one 38-16. 2 receivers left, 1 right. 2nd down and 6. Under 11 to play in the game. 13-13, 3A quarterfinal. Runkles goes in motion. Fake the handoff to him. Give it to Miller. Miller again up the middle and brought down again by Jed Polson, who comes up from that safety position. It is going to be a gain of about 6-yard line to make it 3rd and 4.
Wyatt Blackner also there. Yeah, huge third and 5 play here with 10:30 to go.
At the 36, they need to get to the 32. 13-13 in this 3A quarterfinal. All of these 3A quarterfinals that we've received scores on have been close. No different here. Man goes in motion left to right. That's going to be Buck. Handoff in the middle to Giles. Porter Giles hits the hole hard. He's got the 1st down and a few more across the 30 down to the 29, 7 yards, and Riverstone Contractors 1st down.
Yeah, nice job by Giles, as you mentioned. He hit that hole hard. It wasn't a very big hole, but he got through it and able to move the chains.
10 minutes to go in the game. 1 receiver left, 2 right. Giles still in at running back. Stevens in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Going to give it to Giles right side. Giles has to bounce to the outside. Gets hit as again Jed Polson comes up from that safety position to make the tackle. I think he did fall forward for a gain of about 2, or a gain of about 1 down to the 28-yard line. So a pickup of 1, maybe 2 on the carry for Giles. Making a 2-yard pickup. So 2nd down and 8.
Well, with Hurd out of the game, they have been a lot more content to go to their ground game and have had some success here in the second half.
Yeah, this comes after they rushed for negative 24 in the first.
Downfield and Hurd.
Usual rotating.
Steven able to break a tackle in the backfield. And Morgan retakes the lead.
Morgan in front, 19-13. PAT pending. Radio Sports Network and
treatment services for you and your family. We offer convenient appointment times, including after-hours services. Place your health and wellness in the hands of experienced medical professionals by scheduling an appointment with our physicians today. 435-896-9561.
We offer quick service on your loan request. We make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for an answer from some
So Morgan back in front, 20-13, and there's the kick from Niederhauser, taken by Jake Polson. He drops it at the 10-yard line, picks it up at the 5, and Polson gets hit, breaks a tackle with a spin move, and just got back across the 10-yard line, and it'll be Richfield starting at their own 12 after a return of just 2 yards.
Yeah, long field for Richfield to work with on this possession with 8 minutes to go here in the game, down 7.
20-13, Richfield took the lead in the second half, 13-10, before a 26-yard field goal by Flitton for it. Morgan tied it at 13. Then they just put together a nice 9-play drive going 42 yards, capped off with a 5-yard touchdown run by Jacob Stevens to make it 20-13. Can Richfield answer? 1st and 10 from their own 12. Hafen in the shotgun formation, twins to each side. Long count. Now a flag will come in on the near side. And they're going to call false start, so march them back 5 yards back to the 7-yard line.
Yeah, Richfield, not a great start to this possession as they step back a little closer to the end zone.
Winner of this game plays the winner of Juab Union at the half. Juab leads Union 12-0 in that quarterfinal. 2 receivers to each side. Hafen takes a snap, looks to pass left side, going to go on the slant route and overthrew the intended target. It looks like the receivers, Braxton Rapley and Dakota Curtis, confused on maybe what routes they're supposed to run or who that was intended for.
Yeah, nearly picked off.
So that'll make it 2nd down and 15 now for Richfield. In the second quarter in a 2A game, Grand leads Millard 14-2. 2 receivers each way. Hafen takes a snap, drops the pass, looking right, has to scramble, rolls to his right, looks down the field, throws, and just threw it away. Out of bounds it goes to make it 3rd and 15.
Yeah, avoided a tackle that would have resulted in a safety. Had Robinson open down about the 25-yard line, but unable to see him and not enough time to set and throw.
And the Wildcats going to use their 2nd timeout of the second half. It's a Richfield Days In timeout, catering to high school teams and offering special rates. Call 435-896-6476. 7:49 to go in the game on the Parts House scoreboard. Morgan 20, Richfield 13. We'll take the 30-second break on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
High-speed Wi-Fi. Not quite as important as running water in your home, but close. Centricom powers your Wi-Fi network with consistent speeds to keep all your gadgets going strong. Streaming video players, laptops, tablets, even smartphones, so you're never stuck with those big cell data charges. And talk about value. Just pick your speed and keep the Wi-Fi flowing in your home at a great low price. Upgrade your internet today. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
3rd and 15 for the Wildcats coming out of the Richfield Days In timeout with 7:49 to go in the game. They trail Morgan 20-13, and they have the ball on their own 7-yard line. Hafen in the shotgun with Ian Bate to his right. Trips to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Going to look right. Now it's a step up, gets hit out at the goal line. I think he's going to get outside the end zone, but it'll make it 4th down from about the 6-inch line.
Wow.
Loss of 7 on the play, or 6 on the play.
At a fourth quarter score, Delta and North Sevier tied at 33.
In a 3A game, late in the second quarter, about halftime, it is Manti 14, Summit Academy 14. Hafen in the back of the end zone to kick this one away. Good snap, high punt. Coming to this near side, and it's on the ground. Who's got it? It looks like it was Morgan able to hold on to it at the 30-yard line, but great field position. As coming up to make the play was Trevor Jarrett. Nearly dropped it. Braxton Rapley was there, but couldn't jump on it in time. So great field position again for the Trojans. 7:11 to go. They start on the Richfield 30.
Another score to pass on. Grand 14, Millard 2. I believe that was a second quarter score.
Two receivers left, one right here for the Trojans. Miller in the backfield as the tailback. They'll fake the handoff to Runkles, give it to Miller. Miller going to bounce right, tries to get to the edge, has the sideline, and able to stay in bounds. Ball gets popped loose, but out of bounds it goes. So a big run by Bridger Miller down to the 15-yard line. Going to be a gain of 15 in Riverstone Contractors' first down.
Yeah, Wyatt Blackner was able to punch that ball out on the tackle, but the ball went out of bounds.
So 7 minutes to go in the game. 1st and 10. Steven sends Runkles in motion right to left. He'll take the snap. Give the handoff to Runkles, trying to get the edge. Cuts back inside against two Richfield defenders. And we brought down at about the 6 or 7 yard line for a pickup of about 9 yards.
And he got all those on his own as he avoided, with the cutback move, 3 Wildcat defenders. Blackner playing on adrenaline right now as he's been limping on the field with first half injury.
2nd down at about 1.5 yards here for the Trojans. Inside the 10-yard line, nearing the Apex Foot and Ankle Institute end zone. Inside handoff goes to Miller. Miller able to break a tackle, gets met, and Jake Polson will eventually bring him down, but not until he got another Riverstone Contractors first down. Down to about the 2 or 3 yard line is where they're going to spot it.
Trojans have found their ground game here in the second half, opening some good holes for the ball carriers.
And nearing that end zone to make it a 2-score game are the Trojans offense. With 6 minutes to go. And they're going to go to the tight formation. Power run game as they bring Colton Hansen in as the tailback. Takes a snap, inside handoff's going to go to Miller. Miller following Hansen into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
And a big hole up the middle there for the ball carrier to walk through.
And Richfield really kind of self-inflicted here in this fourth quarter. Penalties and dropping the kickoff returns and not giving themselves good field position, and as a result giving Morgan good field position. Flitting on to kick the extra point. Snap is good, hold is down, kick is up, and that is good. So with 5:54 to go in the game on the Parts House scoreboard, it is Morgan 27, Richfield 13. We'll take the break on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Are you paying too much for bulk gas, diesel, oil, and lube? Are you constantly running out of fuel for your business, farm, or hobby? Well, you should be calling Severe Valley Oil Company. Severe Valley Oil is your full-service bulk fuel, oil, and lube supplier. Now operating out of St. George and Richfield, Severe Valley Oil is now covering all of southern Utah with quality petroleum products. From super tankers to farm delivery wagons, they have you covered. Make the right call today, 435-896-4406.
DP Curtis Trucking is a family-oriented business that works hard to get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis is hiring reliable drivers with starting wage at 40 cents per mile, going to 42 cents after 90 days. Additional pay for tarps, drops, picks, and additional trailers. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and bonuses, and more. If you'd like to join the DP Curtis family, call for details, 435-893-2886. That's 893-2886, or click dpcurtis.com.
And there's a kickoff by the Trojans, and that'll be received by Ian Bate at the 20-yard line for Richfield. Getting to get to the far side of the field, trying to get the edge. Got around Miller to the 40-yard line and knocked it out of bounds about the 45-yard line. Goes Ian Bate for the Richfield Wildcats. So finally a good kick return there by Richfield.
Yeah, great job there by Ian Bate. And with 5:46 to go, down 2 touchdowns. Richfield needs some big positive play here by their offense. And one of the only times they've had good field possession here in the second half.
1st and 10 from the 44-yard line is where they have it spotted. Hafen in the shotgun formation. Morrison goes in motion. Quick pass to the outside. That's going to be caught by Jordan Anderson. He's going to plow forward to about the 49-yard line for a pickup of about 5 yards on the play.
And we'll see if Richfield able to find the big play connection, Hafen to LaCourty, that they haven't been able to find in this game.
2nd down and 5 for the Wildcats. Final reported a moment ago here at Morgan High School. Juan Diego beating Grantsville 14-13, a close one there in Grantsville.
Halftime, Juab 12, Union 0.
2nd and 5, 2 receivers each side. LaCourty goes in motion, right to left. Low snap, Hafen picks it up, going to go to the just wheel route to Morrison. Morrison across the 50-yard line. He'll go down at about the 47-yard line and be about a yard shy of the 1st down.
A nice job by Morrison. Low throw, able to reach down and receive it, and near a 1st down.
3rd and 1 now for the Wildcats. 2 receivers each way. Hafen drops the pass, looks left, throws left, over the outstretched hands of Dakota Curtis. Curtis jumped and couldn't quite haul it in. Is this 4-down territory now, down 2 scores?
It has to be, and I don't think there's any question in Coach Thorson's mind as he sends in the play call.
He had Curtis open, but threw it a bit too high for Curtis to haul in. 2 receivers each way again. Bate, the tail running back, and looks like Coach Thorson's going to use his 3rd and final timeout of the half. And so last time out of the game here for the Wildcats at Richfield Days Inn timeout. Take a timeout yourself and visit Richfield City and stay at Richfield Days Inn. Call 896-6476. On the Parts House scoreboard, it is Morgan 27, Richfield 13. We'll take the break on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
You've seen Zions Bank's name at sporting events, performances, and fundraisers. We're just about everywhere. Your children and grandchildren see Zions dedicated employees in their classroom, teaching them how to save. We do all this because we have skin in the game. We support South Central Utah because we live and work here too. So we're as committed to this community's future as you are. When it comes to choosing to bank at Zions, rest assured you're selecting a company dedicated to bringing value to South Central Utah's businesses, individuals, and families.
ZionsBank.com, member FDIC.
4th and 1, and a quick pass goes to Tayson LaCourty. That's going to be caught on the slant route. He has the 1st down and a few more inside the 45-yard line, down to the 42-yard line, and got what they needed for the 1st down to keep this game going.
Yeah, no question, 4th and 1 with Richfield struggles on the ground. They're going to go through the air and throwing it to the sure-handed Tayson LaCourty for the 1st down.
Got the 4-yard pickup for that Riverstone Contractors. 1st down. 2 receivers each side. Bate goes in motion left to right in the tailback position. Hafen drops like the pass, going to throw deep down the sideline looking for Jordan Anderson. And Anderson got turned around. He had a step on the defense but couldn't haul it in.
Yeah, too bad that throw wasn't on the inside of Anderson as he had room thrown to his outside.
Delta's put up 2 quick touchdowns in the 4th quarter against North Sevier. They now lead that one 47-33. Hafen drops the pass again, looks left, quick route. This time that's going to be caught by Braxton Rapley down to the 35-yard line is where he'll get spun out of bounds. That's going to be a gain of about 7 yards and make it 3rd and short.
3:57 to go here. Richfield needs to keep moving that ball in a hurry.
So 3rd and 4 as they mark him just shy of the 35. Hafen drops the pass, looking right, going to throw right on the out route to LaCourty, and that's going to be intercepted as going up to make the play there for the Morgan defense was Jay Kerrigan. Just dropped back into LaCourty's zone and pulled it off.
Yeah, ball underthrown to LaCourty, and real difficult now for the Wildcats as Morgan seized control with 2 touchdown lead and the turnover.
So that makes it, obviously, at this point, down 2 scores, tough.
And Morgan probably content to run out the clock here on the ground to Richfield with no timeouts left to stop it.
Yeah, and they've had great success running the football after not being any yards running the football in the first half. In fact, negative 24. The second half has been a different story. And they'll start on their own 18-yard line is where they will have it. And they are going to go for a quick pass, go for the big score. Ian Bate in coverage, and unable to haul it in is Jake Runkles, the intended target there for the Trojans. Kind of surprised to see him try to go for the big play.
Surprising play called to see if they catch Richfield off guard. Nice one-on-one coverage by Ian Bate.
So that'll make it 2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line. 3.5 minutes to go in this game. 27-13 Trojans in this 3A quarterfinal. Two receivers right, one left. Stevens in the shotgun. Takes a snap, gives it to Miller. Miller hitting the backfield, breaks the tackle. The stiff arm cut from behind. And he'll be brought down. I think that's Emmett Hafen on the tackle. Going to be a loss of 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, the speed of Hafen able to chase him down from behind.
So 3rd down and 13 now for the Trojans. It's a big defensive play here for Richfield. I mean, at this point, if they do score, you know they're going to have to recover an onside kick without any timeouts left. But they've got to get a stop here to force a 3-and-out on 3rd and 13. Two receivers left, one right, tight right. Miller to the left of Stevens in the backfield. Richfield stacking the box. Going to send a man in motion. That's Runkles right to left. They're going to give it to Runkles. Runkles trying to get the outside on the far side. Cuts back up the middle. Gets hit by Lammers. Breaks the tackle. And he's going to get out to the 20-yard line. 21 for a gain of 6. But it'll be 4th down and about 7.
Yeah, with the clock still running, Richfield unable to stop that clock. And like you say, they're going to have a quick score and an onside kick recovery.
This is where if you have anything that you can bring the house on to try to get a pump block, you have to go for it. Dylan Petty, the punter for Morgan. We have seen some low snaps to Petty in this game, so we'll see if that could come into play here. Back to receive will be Jordan Anderson back at his own 40-yard line. And good snap to Petty, and it's going to be blocked. Emmett Hafen with the block punt, and picked up by the Trojans, Dylan Petty, and he's going to run down the field. Does he have the first down? I think he does. Emmett Hafen blocks the punt. The punter, Dylan Petty, picks it up and runs for the first down.
Wow. Well, Wildcats doing exactly what they needed to do with the punt block, just not able to fall on it. And they should have fallen on it. We saw Richfield player try to pick it up and unable to do so.
So Dylan Petty with the first down play for the Morgan Trojans. And a huge one there to make it so this game is all but over. 1:35 to go in the game. The clock is running. He was tackled, did not get pushed out of bounds. So the clock is running here. And at this point, just a few snaps, and we're headed to the locker room with Morgan advancing to Weber State University next week in the semifinal to play the winner of Juab and Union. Stevens will take the snap with Runkles in motion. Going to give it to Miller. Miller coming back the other way, cuts back up the middle, gets hit hard, and he will be brought down after a gain of about 6 yards out to the 35-yard line.
No surprise who came through with the big hard hit, Wyatt Blackner.
So 2nd down and about 4.5 yards here for Morgan, just shy of 5 yards. And now they are going to go into the victory formation with 45 seconds left. Stevens will go under center, wait for the back judge to give the signal. That time is winding down. There it is. And just a quick knee, and 34 seconds left in this game. Richfield going to fall in the quarterfinals. The last time they made it to the playoffs was 4 years ago, and they lost 32-13 here on this field. And this time it's going to be a 27-13 final. Richfield once again falls in the quarterfinals here to the Morgan Trojans. One more knee by Stevens, and that will do it. Morgan advances to play the winner of Juab and Union next Friday in the semifinal game at Weber State University, and Richfield has their season come to an end. Your final 27-13 Morgan with the 2-touchdown win. We'll take a break and come back with our Sunrise Engineering postgame show next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Mountain Utah Family Medicine in Richfield is committed to provide patient-centered, high-quality care to patients of all ages. Our staff of highly skilled and experienced care providers offer a wide variety of advanced medical care and treatment services for you and your family. We offer convenient appointment times, including after-hour services. Place your health and wellness in the hands of experienced medical professionals by scheduling an appointment with our physicians today. 435-896-9561.
Affordable.
Fun.
Cutting edge.
Progressive.
Creative.
Fulfilling.
Energetic.
Innovative.
Passionate.
Inviting.
With compound rankings by CNN Money, bestschools.org, Washington Monthly, and the Aspen Institute, Snow College is the #1 college in the nation.
Celebrating 125 years of excellence. Visit snow.edu.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or while on the go. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included with Centracom cable TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Centracom.com to learn more.
Robinson Transport is a major part of the central Utah economy by hauling supplies to maintain the energy needs of Utah and surrounding states. The management extends a sincere appreciation to all of their drivers for their hard work and dedication. Robinson Transport fully supports the education of our area youth and their participation in athletic competition. Should you need any construction equipment, topsoil, gravel, or concrete work, remember Robinson Transport of Salina, a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
Sevier Valley Hospital supports our local athletes, not only during the game, but when they need some help to get back into it too. Our own team of starters includes physicians who specialize in orthopedic and general surgery, ENT, podiatry, family and internal medicine, pain management, and other areas of care. And they work to repair sports and everyday injuries right at our hospital, helping to keep both our athletes and their fans close to home for your care. Sevier Valley Hospital, healing for life.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is the central Utah leader in plumbing, waterworks, turf, and ag irrigation. Mountain Land Supply features an entire line of Rainbird sprinklers and systems for your yard or commercial property, up with an extremely knowledgeable staff that cares about the local community because they live here. Visit them at 2104 South Red Hills Drive in Richfield or call for a showroom appointment 435-896-9606. Mountain Land Supply is proud to sponsor high school sports and wishes the teams, coaches, and players success.
You remember your family, right? Those cute little zombies that are always stuck to their screens? Well, with router limits, you can manage screen time, filter web content, and track the browsing history of all your kids. All you have to do is plug this little guy into your router. Seriously, that's it. Router limit starts with screen time. You can set a schedule for each family member, what they can do online and when they can do it. You can filter content by category or even by specific website. Sure, you've got great kids, but sooner or later, they're going to come in contact with something that's not so great. Router Limits lets you see what they see so that you can have those important conversations before the internet has them for you. Router Limits helps my family disconnect from devices and reconnect with each other.
Visit Centracom.com to learn more.
And welcome back here to Morgan High School. This is the Sunrise Engineering post-game show. Sunrise Engineering working to improve your community. See how at sunrise-eng.com. Your final, it is Morgan 27, Richfield 13. Morgan advances to the semifinals next Friday with a 4 o'clock kickoff at Weber State University, and they will play the winner of Juab and Union. Juab currently leading that game at halftime 12-0. Let's take a look at, first off, Rich, your thoughts on this game, your takeaway.
Well, unusual game that I think both teams didn't expect to have the first quarter and first half defensive battle that evolved from the get-go, and Morgan able to get their offensive game established in the second half, winning the field position battle, and Richfield offense just stymied this game, no one all season able to shut them down as Morgan was able to throughout this game. But my hat goes off to Richfield. Their defense gave themselves a chance to win this game, and the final score really not indicative of the battle this game was up until the last 5 minutes of the game.
Right.
But my hat goes off to Coach Thorson, his coaching staff, and the Richfield players. Last year, they had a tough season. They won their final game, a 1-win season, one of the biggest turnarounds this year in all of Utah football to finish 6-5. And so great things to come for this program, and a great job by the Richfield seniors in turning it around. And Coach Thorson is taking a big step forward and trying to establish a winning culture, and I think only greater things to come in the years ahead.
Yeah, and you look at this game and this team, and I kind of said coming into this season that this was a year for Richfield to make some strides to fight for one of those top 4 seeds in the region. But they probably weren't one of those true contenders for a state title, but they made the strides I felt like they needed to this year, because they still got a lot of good players. They lose some key seniors, but a lot of good players coming back for next year.
Well, Emmett Hafen, their best offensive player. One of their best defensive players in sophomore Wyatt Blackner will be back. Britton Riddle, another strong defender. And they'll be looking for some people to step up as far as in the offensive backfield, and some receivers to step up to give Emmett Hafen some targets. But they're a team that everybody had to worry about this year.
Yeah.
Summit Academy, we lose 28-15. We have a couple of drives that we were stopped inside their 30. Otherwise we could have won that game. Juan Diego, we have more first downs, gave up 4 big plays were the difference in that. But this is a program that's going to have a lot of respect from everybody next year, and they earned that respect this year.
Yeah, they did, and a quality game they played here against a good Morgan football team. Let's give you the final scoring summary, brought to you by Gunnison Market. For competitive prices, expert advice, and friendly hometown service from Sean Sorensen at Gunnison Market Pharmacy. Call 528-7555.